But I'm excited to try this. I've heard this one's good too. Terminus Zombie Survivals. Let's say new game. Choose the occupation. Alright, so we got soldier. Good for melee shenanigans. Start with the fighting knife. Got that combat instinct. 0 observation, so we're not the most observant, nor agile, nor dexterous. We have extra points though. Firefighter, adept at using tools to save others. Condition reduction of axes and crowbars. Okay. So they have like some points in many things. Starts with a fire axe, so some melee opportunities. Those locations of all fire stations. Police officer. All about marksman stuff. I'm gonna assume that this game has maybe similar mechanics to Zomboid, where you don't necessarily want to use guns because it makes noise and it's loud, scary. So he has good observation, good combat. Obviously, all about range combat. Starts with pistol and 6 ammunition, which I assume means 6 bullets. So, out of all these, I feel inclined to start with soldier, because that's the first one. So anything with the gameplay settings, difficulty normal, sounds good. Sounds good. Permadeath off by default. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of being able to like, oh, I don't like this character. Let's go. Like, I died. I'm not too bummed about it. Let's start a new one. I kind of like the idea of maybe fucking around a little bit before kind of settling on something. So let's start with permadeath for a bit. Sanctuary is the default. Alright, so there's a whole bunch, and that's fairly loud. We will indeed turn sound effects down, because I'm assuming that's the sound effect that we're hearing. So the default gameplay scenario. Survivors have gathered at the terminus and waiting for the other survivors. Okay. So go soldier. Use the points. We have 1 point. A single point. Observation is high. You can see further. Agility. You can move better. And I can't, like, take points away from strength or health or combat. This guy's all combat, baby. All combat all day, every day. Crafting speed, durability. Move faster and better avoid attacks. Observation does sound good. 5%. 3.6. It's not going to be a huge difference. We'll do observation. I'm gonna assume there will be ways to. Oh, okay. You have 3 to use. Okay. We'll do 2 there and 1 into agility. How's that sound? I'm assuming there'll be ways to get more points as we level up our character, that kind of thing. Does anybody have a? Okay, I can customize a name. What should our guy's name be? I'm definitely down for ideas for what our fella's name should be. We'll be the blue fella. That sounds good. Lil Squirt. You got it. Lil apostrophe Squirt. All in caps, of course. What traits do we have? And then the next one will be Jim P. Dipshit. So what points can we have? Gain double morale boost when consuming alcoholic bevies. Double morale boost when smoking the ciggies. Double morale boost when drinking the coffees. Now I wonder if it's maybe worthwhile to save my points, so that I can like invest into something like good stomach. Maybe it's better to save, because none of these sound amazing, but good stomach sounds like it would be really nice. Like some of these sound like they'd be pretty cool. Like I guess those just kind of sound okay, but these sound a lot better for sure. I think I want to save my points. Go ahead and start. Do you still want to start? Maybe that's the game kind of nudging me, being like, listen, you're gonna want to spend these. Maybe we don't get to bank them. I guess we'll do coffee for now. Actually, no, let's be Drunky McDrunkerson. Sounds nice. Alcohol preference. So there we go. And otherwise, I think we're all set. Excited to see what this is gonna possibly entail. Use 1 point to increase the stats. Each time your profile level increases. Okay, so that's kind of how that's going to work. Get a lighter or a flashlight. Makes sense. While that's doing its thing, I'm going to grab one last piece of the puzzle. Oop, there we go. You select this. Now we are all set. Alright. Multi-streaming is all set. We are good to go. Zombies attack by clawing, grabbing, and biting. What about slapping my ass? Your house is still safe, but electricity and water have been cut off. Not a lot of supplies left. Surviving people have gathered in the Terminus. Arrive there safely to survive. I wonder if Terminus means airport? Is that when I think of like terminals, or like the Terminus, I think of like an airport. Main panels: information, character, action, and menu. Okay. That's the stuff up here. Very good, very good. Time. Hours till sunset. Zombies become more aggressive. Of course they do. Current places. House. Temperature outside is 50. Cool. Game guide down here. For a second I was like, is that our face? No, it's a backpack. Man, my guy's got some weird ass buck teeth. Might be some trains. That would make sense too. Train station. Let's see what else we got by checking the inventory button. Boop. We have the knife. Fighting knife. Not combat knife. Fighting knife. So select a dead animal to butcher. See if there's a way to like equip that in a moment here. Little escort, you can change your name anytime you want, which is nice. No special conditions, active effects, all that jazz. Very good. Some basic stats. Level of alcohol in your system, even though my guy really enjoys it. And this is experience. Got combat instinct because we're really good at melee damage. Okay. All solid. Basic game guide down here. Commands to the character in the action panel. So moving, attacking, crafting, cooking, sleeping. Okay. Only 5 buttons. More buttons be added as you acquire tools. Alright. It's a turn-based system. Help menu, all that jazz. Alright. 2 bars above your character. HP and action points. Alrighty. First thing is first, I'm going to turn down the sound effects a bit. But again, I still want to be able to hear things, like bad guys moving around, zombie noises, that kind of stuff. Alright, so I'm assuming that since this is time-based, that time is not passing while we're looking at the menu stuff here. So, I don't know if I have to equip things the way that we would in Zomboid necessarily. There's no target to attack right now, right. So maybe just the fact that this is in our inventory is enough. Category. Yeah, so I think we're probably fine. There's no, like, obvious thing to where you are setting items on some kind of like menu, some kind of like slot space there. Right click to move anytime you want to. Action points go away, of course, when you do so. And so this is all contributing towards a single turn. This is an item on the ground. Can I look what this item is? Condition, maybe? Pick up. It is a rag, sure. Covering windows, can be broken into threads, cool. And then we got something over here. Diagonal movement is an option. Something to like move the screen up a bit. What's the thing on the ground here? Pick it up. It is a plank. I'm assuming there's a limited carrying capacity. I can't just be grabbing like literally everything that I see, but for now I'm grabbing these things. If there's like a carrying capacity. Satiety. So eating food, hydration, morale. Maybe not. Maybe it's not so much carrying capacity. Maybe it's more just inventory slots. Let's go to the wardrobe. Check it. And move to it. Okay, do I want to search with the 2 AP? Sure. I found fanny pack. Put that shit on, of course. On my waist, please. Digital watch. Can be used 7 times. Oh, to like wake you up, I guess? Yeah, to set an alarm. Interesting. Okay, clothing, electronics. Interesting, okay. Why would I ever want to take this off? Are you kidding me? Yeah, this adds... Okay, so there is a weight capacity, weight reduction. Oh, here we go, here we go. 1.7. That makes more sense. I'm just gonna assume I stuff this plank and this rag into that thing. And then let's go over here. We have a sweater. I'll put it on. And lumber. I'll take it. And bandage. Definitely take that. That sounds very useful. The wardrobe over here. There's a Zombino over there. And some knitting gloves, okay. Between that and the sweater, I'm doing real good. We got a school bag. Which I'm assuming... Oh, that's just a general inventory button. We don't actually have... Okay, so we're out of action points. Action points are 0.9. If there was anything that we could do for like a little bit of the goods. Oh, lumber is a melee weapon, technically. Good for leg attacks. If there was like a small little baby action we wanted to take, we could. But I think we're in pretty good shape here. Attack mode is on. I can see him, but there's a stupid wall in the way. Can I craft anything? I can make a skewer. It would take 5. I'm assuming 5 action points. I'm assuming. I'm impressed we already know quite a number of things. Quite a number of recipes. Wooden needle. Mending or making clothing. Cool. And this cooking. So maybe we know some recipes. We do. We know a bunch of recipes. Despite being just like a combat dude, we know so much. Now we can't make any of these things because we don't have any of the ingredients, but still, it's pretty cool. Alright, so we're gonna end my turn. Zombies did something. We don't know. One of them was moving around that way. I've already checked that one. Over here. Get this dresser. Got some weak medicine. A steel pipe. Actually, that steel pipe might be pretty sweet for weapon stuffs. Because our damage is 1.4 to 1.7. 1 to 1.2. This thing's incredible. It's not as good for head attacks. Or for body attacks, apparently. But no, I'm sorry. It's better for head attacks. Worse for body attacks. Better for leg attacks. But again, there does not appear to be like any sort of way to equip necessarily. So we can probably choose when the time comes. We got Arctic in the house. Your mom's good for head attacks. What's up, buddy? I'm just gonna assume in the distance there are air horns just blaring over in Arctic's current living spot, wherever he is right now, wherever he's watching. Loud ass air horns just fucking blaring. Let's go outside now. At least I'm assuming this is a door. Open that shit. We found the bathroom. Maybe. No, this is the kitchen. Same thing. Potato, potato. Kitchen counter. Maybe this will have some good stuffs. Let's take a look. We find some clean water. I take it. Some clean water. I take it. And then some nuts. I take it. Clean nut water. The refrigerator is off. So whatever I go for here... Oh, I'm out of the juice. I'm out of the juice. I'll end my turn. The zombies are doing something. And there we go. Can't see what they're doing, but they're doing something. Up to no good. A fresh potato that goes bad in 146 days? Minutes? Turns? 146. I'll take it. Fresh small meat may cause disease. It needs to be cooked, obviously. Nanners and more clean water. There's a door out there that leads to the outside. Kitchen slash bathroom slash... Yes, correct, dude or dad. I mean, it's all the same, right? It's all the same to us. It's just a formality at this point. There's something that way. An unidentified place. Press G or click on the tile. Primitive tools and weapons. I'll take it. Taking all the goods. It's like a turn-based zomboid. That kind of. That's kind of how it was originally sold to me, Farside. So yeah, I'm taking it all in. Taking it all in real good. Connected to the unidentified place. Move to a different location by placing the character on this tile. I wonder if I should, like, explore around more on this tile. I can't move anymore, so we end our turn. There was a zombie. Oh, there's one. I wonder if we, like, initiate combat, if we move into his space and fuck him up. If we get an advantage, maybe. Of course, it wouldn't shock me if maybe I was not encouraged to like, take a fight necessarily. But for the sake of this being a sort of tutorial, I might as well. So I go to attack. He has head, body, and leg. Distance from zombie. No weapon's been selected. So we get to choose a weapon, then choose, like, a target. The health bar, or, like, the little bar here being lower, makes me think body attacks are what I should be striving for. Or leg attacks, but body attack seems like that's, like, the weaker choice. So I would say body attack on this guy. Too far to melee attack. Oh. Well. Can I go here? Now attack. I cut off his arms. But he's still alive. In that case, maybe I then go for the legs. If he has no arms and no legs, then he's gonna feel real sad. Got a few more action points left. Assuming swapping weapons does not make us lose action points, and no, it does not. So leg attacks. Apparently the lumber's really good at leg attacks, but I think I'd rather do the steel pipe. Bam. So now he's just ahead. I mean, by that point, I might as well just go for, yeah, more steel pipe action. Alright, we got an achievement for killing him. He's dead. He cannot be more dead. Can I get his goods? Give me the goods. What'd you have? He had rag. I'll take the rag. Very good. So that was our first taste of combat. My first taste of zombie blood. I think you're probably right, Farsight. If forced to choose between the two, doesn't regenerate to full when you end your turn. I think it's because I'm carrying quite a few things. I think that's probably why. And also, it's based on your morale. And also, general energy. So that's probably what's going on there. Kind of mosey around a little bit more. There's something over yonder. And by something, we mean a zombie. End my turn. Slowly moves towards me. So because I ended my turn with like him being, with myself being visible to him, he was able to initiate combat with me, but now it's my turn, so I can fuck him up. And fuck him up I shall. What if we just go right for the head? Just kill him. Okay. That's real easy. But of course, you don't get as much experience. Seems to get more, I think it seems to get more experience with weapons as you hit more things. But of course, there might be things that are headless. You know, zombies, that is. There might be, like, zombies that are headless. There might be things that are resistant to certain damage types. So we'll see. Give her the steel pipe. Which sounds more, like, violent than anything. Keep moseying. If I had to guess, like, the individual cells are fairly small. Anything out back? Probably not. So we can really go any of these locations, any of these directions. It's now 11 a.m. So we did take a hit. Get bitten by a zombie, you die regardless. I'm guessing they'll tell us if there was like a you've been bitten kind of condition. Something fairly obvious. Let's just go up this way. Unless there's like a map. But I suspect they're... Oh, wait, here we go. Dangerous place. So we are here. And we don't know where the Terminus is necessarily. I think we need to, like, kind of figure that out on our own. Let's just head north. Because there's, like, a lot of stuff to go north. We need 11 AP. I suppose... Is there anything else I wanted to do here? Probably not. We'll just end my turn. There we go. So now we are ready. Move to the weird... to the scary new place. Discovered the house. Find about as an annoying bug. It will not expire people out of the queue. With the super short durations. Definitely not comparing seconds to hours. What could the issue be? Arctic ponders. Yeah, it sounds like you're already looking for like the obvious things if there's like different units being compared. I mean, I guess it depends on like what are like the comparisons it's making. If it's like making comparisons that are too close together, I've definitely had that where I'm like doing checks for things that are too close together, and the processing time is so fast it's comparing like a few milliseconds away from the first thing. It's like command A was executed at this time millisecond 1, and command 2 happens at millisecond 4, and they're too close together. So like, you know, it's not enough, like there's not enough of layers of granularity. There's not enough, like not enough significant time has passed, so the calculations kind of end up where it's considered the same time even though like a small amount of time has passed. That got me a couple times with the project I was working on in college. By the way, we got a scary helmet zombie. I don't know if I have the action points to approach and kill. He's got a helmet, so he's not gonna be easy to kill. Let's try it. I can at least get there. So how many points does it take to do a swing? Just swing at this guy. 1.1. Actually, we'll probably be okay. There we go. Second hit takes him out. And there we go. And move up. No other zombies on screen right now. Seems like as long as there's nobody on screen, we're probably okay at this point. I'm sure eventually they'll throw some scary stuff at us, but for now it's okay. Timestamp elapsed. So it's every 60 seconds. Just a standard system time call. Yeah, then you're probably a little bit more constrained if it's just a standard deal. If you're not like, you don't have like full control over like getting down into the weeds. Getting down into the weeds of like having to check for smaller time increments, which might be helpful in this case. Something buzzing over there, some kind of corpse. It's a bad guy there. I can approach. Standard zombie, no. I could have just gone right for the door. Probably do that next. Let's go ahead and take this guy out. Shazam. There we go. It's the one hit. And I think we can already tell it's just a rag. I probably don't have to pick up everything we see. If I move and go to pick up, it's just a rag. I think I'm good. We have, how many rags? We have 4 of these things. Okay, we'll take 5. Nice even number. We schmoove this way. I'm out of points. Action points, that is. Open the door. Step in. What's going on here? A rotten corpse. And before I start looting and getting silly, open this door. Yeah. Go here. Okay. Clear the area before we get excited about looting things. Okay. So we have a makeshift bandage. I will definitely want that. Can't move there though. My guy is too tired. Turn. That all. Let's see. It was 11 a.m. and now it is 3 p.m. So we're moving a little bit slow, but that's okay. We'll probably want to find a place to rest at some point. Makeshift bandage. Not as good as bandage, but we'll still take it. Oh, but it can cause an infection. Or rather, maybe it will cause an infection. Not can, but it will. whereas the meat may cause disease. So maybe I shouldn't fuck with this. I mean, I guess if I'm just desperate. But if I'm desperate enough to just accept that I will get an infection, that's going to be pretty rough. Might have been from that dead dude. That's just a plank. I don't know if I want to grab, again, every little thing that we can see. We could cover the windows if we wanted to. If I end up resting inside this house, we probably will. Probably will cover that shit up. Found some ramen. Classic. You can just eat it as is. Not sure I'd recommend it. You could eat it as is. I wonder if it's like Zomboid, where if you eat something like that raw and uncooked, it's like, yeah, you get some hunger filled, but you lose thirst, or rather, your guy gets thirsty because it's so salty. It also makes your guy sad and bored. That's the thing, like in Zomboid, where, yeah, if you eat bacon that's overcooked, it makes your guy, like, just so upset and so depressed. We have work gloves, which is, I would say, fancier than the knitting gloves. Got an umbrella. I thought it was a sword at first. It could be used as a melee weapon, not a very effective one. Protect from the rain. Another fanny pack. Please let me wear a second fanny pack. Please let me wear a second fanny pack. My booty's got to be thick enough. Thick and juicy enough. Unfortunately not. Overcooked bacon is upsetting. It is. It is. I just love the idea of it's a zombie apocalypse. The world's coming to an end. Everything's so desperate and sad. And yet we have the wherewithal to be like so upset, so butt mad, as Arctic would say, about overcooked bacon. Like, aren't there other problems? Also, I never checked the refrigerator. I'm gonna check it right now. Didn't notice it until just now. Search. We got Red Bull. I'm sorry. Legally distinct energy drink. We got fresh onion, nanners, and clean water. And I was saying how this, I think, would be an increase from the knitting gloves, although that's better at keeping us warm. That one on. Sadly, I cannot. Yeah, it's functionally the same thing, so I don't know if we really need two of these things. Can I drop? Yeah, let's drop that one. We don't really need a second fanny pack. I would grab a second. I would wear a second fanny pack if I could. Best believe. You could delete items yourself if you got sad enough. Oh, delete yourself if you got sad enough. Right. That's the thing. Like, if your character gets bored or depressed enough, there's some pretty rough downsides for sure. Cat's eye. I'm guessing that helps with being able to like see in the dark better, maybe. That could be cool. I'm almost curious, how long would it take for my guy to read it? Because I don't know if my guy's a very fast learner. Oh, 1 AP. We have exactly 1 AP. That's not too bad. 19 visibility. Okay. End my turn. Sunset in 3 hours. I wonder how many hours it takes when a single turn has been spent. Cooking pamphlet. Recipe for dumplings. So you have to read the... Oh, I see. It says number of pages. Okay. We got some beverage. Some bevies. Definitely improves morale. My morale is not doing the bestest right now. We got more knit gloves. I will not take those. And what's going on with this guy? This guy is very dead and very rotting. Searching a rotten corpse, but it makes the gloves hurt. Glove hurto. Maybe I would use my less exciting gloves. We do have the knit gloves. I was just saying how we have like an extra pair we might not need. %. Oh wow, barbed wire bat and a motherfucking grenade. Holy shit. What's up, shock value? Burned bacon is negative 100 vibes. It kind of, I mean, in that game, it pretty much is. It's like it's a very large number debuff. You found bacon and you burned it? That's a fair point. Yeah, it's not so much I'm sad that it's burnt. It's like I'm sad that this rare resource has been ruined forever. I feel inclined to shut the door. Sunset in 2 hours. I wonder if there's a way... I mean, I guess I could just sleep on the floor, but I'm wondering if there's like a thing that I could build that would allow my guy... Also, our guy's getting kind of thirsty. Energy is getting kind of low. Just wondering if there's a way to, like, make my guy more comfortable when it's time for sleepies. I'm gonna close the door. And... I don't want to go through the window. They are closed. Can I cover them? Because we do have all these raggies. These things. Cover a window, can be broken down to threads. So if I go here. And then... if there was a way I could... Actually, maybe I have to... Here we go, cover. There we go. Cover that shit. Jam. Shazam. So that's a window as well. It looks like it might be broken. Like something going on there. Can't quite make it all the way. No, I can make it exactly. Oh, but there's a dude! Now, has he seen me by this point? I mean, probably. Probably. Let's end the turn and see what he does. Oh, he can attack you through the window. Oh. Lessons were learned. Can I attack him through the window? I am thirsty. Can't see why not. Yeah, good to know. Good to know. Do not end your turn in line of sight from a zombie, even through an open window. Bonk. Steel pipe was broken, though. Oof. Well, he is dead. I'll cover this thing. And then all the windows are... Oh, this one. This one's open, for that matter. That's doubly dangerous. So I'll close that shit and then cover it. Unfortunately, I can't lock the door, so far as I can tell. Also, I'm gonna drink some water. My guy's thirsty. I will sip. And the hydration meter. Glug, 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 glug. Now, is there a piss meter? I sure hope so. Well hydrated. There we go. 18. All filled up. Or you can also just hold the button down, which is nice too. Let's just let's go like... I'm gonna shut this door. Shut that door. I think sundown is happening right now. It is nighttime. Right here. Shut the door. And then sleep. Until energy is restored. Sure. I'm just sleeping on the floor. And I'm assuming that's just it. I guess I just end my turn. Pipe didn't last long. Yeah, I mean, we killed like 4 zombies with it, which is pretty good. Energy's going up. My guy's getting hungry. We'll need to eat something in a minute here. Okay, energy is all full. Not awful, just all full. Okay. So now our guy is getting hungry. Is there something that I could cook? Now, I have no means for cooking. We can make ground meat. Since we have a fighting knife. Now, we did use the fighting knife to kill something earlier. We fought our very first zombie with it. I hope that I think in Zomboid, it could just be a coincidence, but there was one time in Zomboid, I was using a kitchen knife to stab zombies and kill zombies and be a boss. And then I used that same kitchen knife to cut up a watermelon and eat a watermelon. And then my guy got sick and died. And I was like, damn, I'm impressed that this game has, like, that level of being able to, like, kind of carry things forward. Carrying things, getting... Without it explicitly telling you, like, oh, this has been tainted or infected or is otherwise soiled. Again, maybe it was just a coincidence, but yeah, it seemed like it was an implication. Yeah. Gotta wash the knife off, yeah. As I was thinking, oh, I didn't see anything that said like, oh yeah, this thing is soiled or otherwise tainted, so it's probably fine. It was probably, yeah, I think visually it probably was. So I wonder if this is okay. Proficiency, condition, durability. What's the worst that could happen, right? Let's make some ground meat. I've got the ground meat. And now, can I do something with said ground meat? No, I cannot. For one thing, you would probably need like a heat source. A pan or a campfire. Let's see if I can go outside and make a campfire then. Does that matter? Looking to see if campfire would even be on here. I'm assuming it's a crafting. But I do not see it. Gut bucket. Zombie guts. Hide a door or window. Interesting. Looking for... It's not alphabetical. Lots of makeshift things, obviously. Primitive fire starter. Planks. And then 8 threads. We would need more of those rags. Well, we've got a rag that's right here. Let's grab that. My guy's gonna get pretty hungry pretty soon here. Take the plank. Can I break this down? Because I know that the rag's gonna be broken down. Seems like the answer is probably not. So refrigerator's already been looted, obviously. This is nighttime right now, I think. It's 2 a.m. Yeah, so definitely nighttime. And it even says 1 hour passes with every turn. Sunrise happens in 4 turns. So we could just wait, or 4 hours rather. So we could just wait. But again, my guy's gonna get pretty hungry. We could just eat something raw for the time being. Like a banana or something. Oh, let's open the door. Gonna need more of these anyway. Grab that. It's all that we have inside of here. Since we're just kind of waiting then. There's a few things that I wanted to read. Oh boy. It takes a long time to read it. Nighttime visibility goes up, which would be a good idea because our nighttime visibility is pretty rough right now. It also tells us how to make dumplings. Now, I don't think we have all that's necessary to make this recipe, but I'll just go ahead and learn it. And otherwise... Oh, not that one. Yeah, this one. Just to, like, kill the action points. See how that does. Let's see how bad our hunger drops. So AP recovery. Okay. Hungry and energetic. I was gonna say, am I energetic because I'm hungry? No, I'm hungry and I'm energetic. That's a tricky combination then. Let's go ahead and eat something. We have like some nanners. It's 4 and also +1 to morale. Morale's not the worstliest, but it's not the bestliest either. I could just eat a raw onion. You'd think that would lower morale, just eating a raw onion. This is coming from a person that enjoys onions. Eat nanners. Just to kind of like hold things off. And let's wait until daytime. So we'll do another round of reading this book. So I can learn how to see in the dark better. I'm not sure how reading a book would like teach you how to see better. You would think it would be more, I don't know, field exercises and like that kind of thing. Just bang that out real quick. This brings us up to almost half, well, not even quite. More like closer to 1/3. We're kind of short of halfway there. Yeah, 43%. We're getting there. And the turn. Onion pungency is all smell. I mean, the taste is like a raw onion, you know, like for me it's not my favoriteest. It's not my favorite. Although I guess it depends. Like a raw red onion is particularly sharp and pointed. Got a little bit to go. Continue reading, I suppose. Like if it's a yellow onion or a Vidalia onion, that's a little bit nicer. Not quite as harsh. But that's the thing. I very rarely have like a raw onion experience. Usually, if I'm having something with onions, it's been sautéed or otherwise cooked into something, so it's more pleasant. And of course, the smell is also not nearly as harsh. Just waiting for daylight to break so I can go outside safely. Sunrise in 1 hour. Actually, a decent chance we might be able to read this thing entirely before the day is through. We're gonna come up a little bit short. Still, we're almost to the point of being able to see in the dark real good. If you were to plug your nose and bite into it, it would taste a lot better. I'll take your word for it. It's probably better than I think it would be. Or not nearly as pungent, not nearly as unpleasant. Because there is kind of like that innate, oh, there's a zombie like torso corpse fella. There's like an innate sort of semi-sweetness that onions can have sometimes. But again, I guess it depends. Like when I think of the Vidalia onions, it's like sort of a kind of mini sweetness. But again, I think about those red onions and I go, ooh, those things are a little bit more harsh. We got Shayna here. Hello, Shayna. I'll grab the rag so I can try to make a campfire. So my guy is out of the juice. Caramelizing 10 pounds of onions. Caramelizing an onion is a good time. It's a very, very good time. You have enough experience, you can now level up. So we can get Combat Instinct 2, which is even better melee. Better at searching or inspecting, or better at leg striking. Let's do this one just because this I think is going to be more useful all the time. A zombie moan was emitted there. So I'm going to close this. Probably the torso then. So I'll be way over here. I'm gonna go outside so I can start cooking. Good looking. But instead, I will do one page. This thing's a real page turner. Breaking the windows. The door. Jump outside. This guy is just asking for trouble, and trouble is what he shall receive. He has no leggies. I'll just use this thing. Just because this I feel like we should probably save for the big guys. Probably save, like, the really fancy weapon for the scary fellas. So I'll take that. Okay. There is one bad guy down there. I wonder if they're, like, can always see you. Let's go over here. His movement. Okay, that shows what his movement is capable of then. So if he could get right there, I'll move right here. I'm absolutely in the safety zone. And then here we go. So we've got fire starters. So I got the two. All right, the threads. Right. So let's break some of these rags down into threads. We have 8 threads now. Primitive fire starter. We got that. Do we also need something to do a like set a campfire area maybe? Dude Dead says I shove the onions directly up my ass for maximum nutritional value. I hope the taste buds in your ass can also confirm the pear-like taste. Ground meat's going stale soon. We definitely want to cook it for sure. Just rinse them off. You're not a big fan of raw onions as a topping, try running it underwater. And restaurants do it all the time. I mean, maybe. That's interesting. No, I mean, I've definitely had, like, you know, red onions that were served to me by a restaurant that were like in a salad or like on a burger. And sometimes they give you like an entire an entire like ring, like an entire cross section, as opposed to just like a few slivers. Like sometimes they give you the whole hockey puck that was sliced from the onion as like an option. And sometimes I have the wherewithal to like only take a few pieces. Other times I just bite in. And when it's like a raw red onion, it's a bit much for me. Like it's a little bit harsh. I assume since it's at a restaurant that they probably washed it off. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like too squishy. Maybe I'm too dainty. So let's just go ahead and make a primitive fire starter and just see what happens. Start crafting. Bam. So we have that now. I'm a little bit concerned about the lack of fireplace thing or like campfire thing. So I'm hoping that I'm not just gonna like light the outside on fire here. What I want to do is make a fire so I can start cooking things. Now the problem is I don't exactly have a pan for cooking. So if I look in the cook section, or any of these things, they talk about, yeah, you need a pan or a pot and then a campfire. And I probably can't make just a makeshift one, can I? Makeshift bandage, knife, armor, that's kind of cool. Siphon pump, scrap plastics, fishing rod, nails, yeah. So I think that's my answer. We need to keep looting until I find some kind of pan. I think that's gonna be the answer here. So in that case, we'll just go ahead and eat some more raw stuff. Not the raw meat. Not the raw meat, even though it goes bad pretty soon here. Eat the nanners. Yeah, the full hockey puck. I mean, hockey puck is like an exaggeration, but the idea of like they do like the full chop and they give you like all of the layers, all the rings. It's just a whole bunch of the head of lettuce is still intact. Yeah. Yeah, usually when those raw onions are in a salad or like I said on a burger, I will remove some of them just because it's a bit much. But if they're cooked well, yeah, if onions are like cooked or sauteed or caramelized or yeah, anything of that nature, I'm all about that shit. I enjoy it a whole bunch. So I think that's all there is to see here. We could get, that extra rag. I think I'd rather just keep kind of moving upwards. Dude, man, no, it's just this unidentified place. This was the original one, the original house. There's dangerous places. And you don't want to visit them. Okay. I was thinking maybe that was like, oh, there'd be something cool here. High risk, high reward. This dangerous place. Let's go this way then. Oops. Unless there's like a path north that I just haven't seen yet. That's certainly possible. And my turn. Time to de-stinkify the self, because yes, chopping a lot of onions, it can definitely cause a like the air around you to be pretty rough, and also the eyeballs. That's one thing that gets me a lot whenever Gracie is cooking something that has a lot of onions. The way it stabs the eyeballs with its smell can be really tough. Sometimes are worse than others. There are some times where I think it depends on like how ripe the onion is, but yeah, when she's chopping them and cooking with them, I'll like go up into the kitchen. It's like, oh my god, my eyes are just burninating immedially. And then like you try to like do one of these, like you don't want to like rub the eyes directly, but just kind of like close the eyes and just try to like I don't know, just power through it. It makes it worse because now the eyes are like marinating in the stinginess. Just awful. There is just a random oh, but it's dirty water. Oh shit. I mean, I guess if nothing else, it's plastic waste. So maybe that can make it useful. There's a car here. Oh, okay. In that case, I'm glad I looked. I was about to leave this area. It definitely pays to look then. I'll take the stick. Give him the stick. Don't give him the stick. There might be still a zombie somewhere around here. Shallots can be pretty rough. I do like shallots a lot. I like shallots a whole lot. And there's a way I could, like, pour this out. Because I definitely don't want to drink it. But I'm thinking if there's use for an empty water bottle, it'd be nice to, like, pour out on the ground. Let's drop it for now, I suppose. But I'm trying to think, usually when we're doing stuff with shallots, usually we don't have to chop it up quite as much, so I think that's probably why. I don't really have too much of an issue with shallots necessarily. Just rub water under the eyes. It's just like regular tap water. Keep the knives sharp. Do you think, is the idea that, like, if you're cutting into the onions and it's not like a clean cut, is that maybe what makes the smell more pungent? Because I've never heard that, but it also wouldn't terribly surprise me. I wonder if this is going to, like, set off a car alarm. It's broken. No surprise there. No fuel. No available wrenches. Yeah. And it talks about... It says items. But I can't actually retrieve any of the items. I definitely can't drive it. I can store items. Oh, here we go. So I'll take the batteries. Take the gas can, take the rubbing alcohol. Nothing else here. Yes, I think I'll probably go out this way. Continue heading north. Alright, guys, hungry and thirsty. So I will go ahead and drink until hydrated. Which is not much, obviously. And then I guess I'll eat a raw potato. Eating it gives the following effects. I'm just gonna assume that maybe it's already cooked. Because I was thinking I would need to find some water and cook with the water or something. Yeah, fried shallots are good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so the stuff happens when the onions tear as opposed to a sharp knife that actually, like, cuts through it properly. That makes sense. Doesn't contain the gas. It's created when the stuff is exposed to the air. So if you cut it good enough, it'll minimize the smell. That would explain it then, because yeah, there are sometimes the onion smell is like nearly impossible, and there's other times where it's not nearly as pronounced. And maybe it's because, like, when it's not nearly as pronounced, Gracie's using a sharper knife. Yeah, we have a pretty good one. I got like an $80 knife some years ago that we don't really use very often because it's like scary. It's like a scary knife because it's so sharp. So maybe I should advocate that when it's time to cut some onions or something that, like, would benefit from a sharper knife, maybe we bust out the scary knife. Because yeah, we just keep it away just because it's like, it stresses me out using this thing, man. $750 is impressive. Wow, yeah, that is impressive. Be more scared of the workhorses. Sharp knife is a safe knife. I think it's obviously the nice thing about a sharp knife is that you're not going to have that moment where you're kind of like putting some extra elbow grease into something and then whoops, oh, I slipped and it flew out of my hands and stabbed the cat. Like, obviously that's less likely to happen, but just the idea of, like, it's so sharp. That is innately scary, even though it's probably not very logical. You know, it's not exactly a rational thought. It is very much a real one. Farsight has what's called an ulu knife because it's super sharp. Farsight, I'm right there with you, bud. I'm right there with you. But I understand what Arctic means too, where it's like a sharp knife will get the job done quickly. But that's the problem. It's so scary. It's so fast. Right, it was an investment for your business back in the day on stable. That makes more sense. It's better than getting cut by a dull knife. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, I would rather avoid both, but yes, in the grand scheme of things, a dull knife is going to cause a lot of extra things to happen to you, whereas a sharp knife will just be a cut or a stab, which is still not great, but yeah, it's all these things just, in an irrational sense, hits the brain in a way that makes me go like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, it's scary. It's scary to Alex. Let's continue looking because I'm running low on food here. Granted, we could probably get away. Oh wow, that was a far reach. We could probably get away with just eating some ramen or something like that, just as is. So I would be in the safety zone. I think the idea is, with like these squares they show here, is that the zombie... I'm not sure if that means the zombie can reach the spot or if they can reach here and attack from there. I'm going to play it safe. Construction worker zombie. I'm going to play it safe and go like here. So that way, even if she could get to, say, right here, she wouldn't be able to attack us from there. Go there. Morale's getting really low, so we'll have to do something to make ourselves less sad. Let's eat something else again. Oh, wrong button. So I'm gonna eat the ramen. Heat. And then I'll also drink some beer, because my morale is getting pretty low. Even though now my guy's kind of drunk. How bad is it? Reduces less AP and less hit chance. I start a new business unstable. That's exciting, man. I know you've talked to me about the catering stuff way back in the day. The knife cuts through bone. It's scary. It sounds scary. Yeah. A dull knife doesn't make it that far. I mean, yeah, that's... I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. A sharp knife is able to, like, get things done faster and more efficiently. That includes things we don't want it to get done. So, yeah. So, I'm right there with you guys. Like, it might be irrational to, like, not feel great about it, but that is very much the fear. And a Chinese vegetable cleaver. It's like a bench scraper as well. Any sort of cleaver sounds amazing and also terrifying. But it does sound amazing. Also, I lost a little bit of HP. I'm not sure if that was because I got drunk. Oh, it's because... I guess it was when that guy hit me through the window. So I think that was after I slept. Or maybe it was before. I guess I can't remember. Anyway, we have a decent number of AP now. I'm going to go into the house. Looks like the construction person fella did not attempt to go through. Oh, this is not a door. I'm a big dumbass. In that case, I guess I will just go to attack. I thought that was the door and I got very excited. There's also zombie guts. I will use my knifey knife. The head. Let's see, how many action points is that? I have 5.6 left. It is 1.1. We got the confirm. Kill confirm. Deadzo, and do we have anything cool? Maybe there's a steel pipe. That actually could be nice because the steel pipe was a good weapon earlier. I'll take that. I guess I'll take that too. We also have grenade. Causes damage within a radius. That's going to have to be for like a scary something or another. Not going to bother with the zombie guts. There's no way that could possibly be useful to us. There's a door up here. There's also a lantern. That's useful. Maybe it's useful. I mean, it sounds nice. A stick. Don't give them the stick. Give them the stick. Get the lantern. It needs some kind of charge. Now, we do have batteries. I'm assuming it's a battery kind of lantern and not a fuel lantern, like a liquid fuel lantern. Yeah, veggie cleaver. Yeah, it sounds scary. Let's see what it looks like. I mean, it looks scary. But this is coming from a person that's never held a cleaver before. I've never held a cleaver, so I mean, they look intimidating. But it's for veggies, not for meats, obviously. Regular knife, but more of a pronounced curve. And a much wider blade, obviously. Not having to slide them or anything, which is good, yeah. That makes perfect sense. I can definitely understand the idea behind something like a cleaver, especially if you're like cutting a lot of veggies, that kind of thing. We have some thread. I guess I'll take that. It's light enough. Enough action points, and my guy is still very drunk. Can I... Oh, we have the light, though. But not during the daytime. This thing is empty. Can I read? I need just a little bit more of an action point. My guy's too drunk. And like, inefficient. My guy's getting thirsty. Even though I just drank a full soju. Was that what that was? S-U-J-U? Plastic bottle that's empty. Let's go ahead and drink this one. I'm still hydrated. Big gulp. Maybe there'll be some more resources in this house. But I do not starve. There's a Zombino who is already half the man he used to be. I'll go for the attack. And I will do so. He's got, like, baby health on his head. And I just kind of just, like, ding him to death with an umbrella. We'll do a piece of lumber. We'll do plank. Get planked. Plank was broken, though. Not terribly surprised. Yeah. Is that what I think it's what it was. Was that what it was? S-O-J-U? Soju? My guy is drunk. My guy is drunk. And it hydrated him for a bit, but not for a long bit. Okay, so we've seen all there is to see on the outside, from what I can tell at least. Open the door. It's locked. You can force it open with a crowbar or a fire axe. You can force it open otherwise, and that appears to be the only entry into the house. We could break a window. Oh, no, we wouldn't even have to. This is already opened. Let's go back over there, then. It's already opened. So maybe we can climb through. There was still a chance of... inside the building. Okay, no, we're fine, we're fine. I will close it, though. For a minute, I thought this was a bathroom. I was like, why is there a refrigerator in the bathroom? What the hell? Some cider and soju. I'll confess, I don't think I know what soju is. I'm assuming it's the good stuff for alcohol. We got soft drink, and fresh small meat, and fresh fish fillet, and clean water. Also, another plank. Random plank. I need another bit of juice, of action juice, before I can crack into that thing. But first, as I'm at 1.4 action points remaining, we're gonna do another read. We have only a few more eats of this book before I have it all completely read, and I'll be so smart. And my turn. Korean rice wine. Sounds impressive. It's distilled, not to spirit levels necessarily, but still, like, pretty darn good. Energy drink and hand crate generator. Okay. Recharging electronics. That's actually, I think, probably a pretty useful thing. That sounds nice. Standard old Zombino. Action points were at 7. Oh yeah, we got the juice. We can get there. So, and with the old knifey, we have 4.6 action points. Nice and easy. There's a bookcase. I thought that was just a door lying on the ground for a second there, like a very Terraria-esque looking door. This guy, a book on keepsake collector. Chance to get an item when killing a zombie. That's cool. Probably not a thing I'm gonna like strive for as hard as the nighttime goggle ability. My turn there. Soju's pretty hardcore. I'm impressed. I'm impressed it's like to that level. We also got another recipe book. It is for pasta. Bolognese pasta. Very nice. Or is it bolognese? I don't know how to pronounce it, but you know, that meat pasta thing that people like. Wardrobe, anything cool? We get another backpack and a sling bag. I think those all occupy the same spot on like an inventory. So we probably don't need all of them. School bag. Capacity 15. This has a higher capacity. Let's put this one on for sure. So we take that one off. That one on. And then that's a shoulder bag. So we have a shoulder bag, a fanny pack, and a backpack. Let's drop this one then. Unless it can be like shredded for resources, but I don't see any options for that. Got the sweater. Very low durability. 23.9 condition. Not the bestest. Not the bestest. And my turn. Similar to vodka, like a rice vodka. neutral flavor, so it's good thing to add to something for like fermented drinks. And you don't want to just dump vodka into beer. Or soju either. So the fact that my guy drank an entire bottle of soju and was drunk for only about a day is impressive. Now, our guy does have a thing somewhere that says we get double morale boost when we drink alcohol. So that was part of why we went for it. Was because, well, for one thing, we needed to replenish our morale, and also just because I was curious to see like how pronounced it would be. Otherwise, though, yes, there's no option there. And then there was something else I was looking at. It was, oh, I think I want to switch to work gloves. Put those guys on. There we go. How many books we're working on now? This one's already done, so you already know this recipe. We can probably just drop this one, right? Unless like paper shreds, like paper scrap is useful at all. Drop it for now. Gas can could be useful. It's got the one plank. I thought we had more. Okay. We're nearing the point where we're gonna need to kind of hunker down for the evening. Now the door is locked, which is good. I think what I'm going to do is cover the stuff. I did already shut that one window fully, but I do need to cover it just to be safe. More into IPAs for yourself, Dude or Dead. But yeah, I know. I was gonna say, I know Arctic's not a big fan of beer. I have a number of friends that are the exact same boat, Arctic. They much prefer mead or cider, that kind of thing. But yeah, beer is just kind of a no-go for them. And I've watched them, like, I've hung out with them in situations, in social circumstances, where someone's like, bro, try this beer. I bet you're gonna love it. It's totally different. And he'll take a sip and go, nope, I'm not a beer guy. It's like, I keep trying it and it keeps disappointing me. Big fan of bread, yeah. But it's like weird bread water. IPA is gross grass water. It's totally different, Alex. Totally different. Yeah, cider and meat for sure. More into mixology. That's kind of fun. Mixology seems like the kind of thing where there's like lots of fun possibilities. So I can definitely appreciate just the idea behind like wait, there's something in there. That's the school bag, right? Yeah, just like the fun creativity of just kind of throwing something together. Or maybe not even throwing something together. You're still like following like a known recipe, like a known mixed beverage, but you know, oh, this is a little bit too sweet, this one's too strong, this one's too tart. The idea of kind of like getting it to the exact preference that you or your partner likes. That's pretty sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and sleep, I think. Actually, our energy is pretty good. Let's go ahead and take this as an opportunity to go ahead and read some stuff. Because I don't think it's wise for us to do like a whole bunch of shit outside past sunset. Also, the fish fillet is going to go bad soon. It is fresh. And so far as I can tell, like this is bad. It says may cause disease. I'm going to assume that because it's fresh, I should eat this now. And there's probably no risk for this. Ground meat, small meat, like those things are like not a good idea. A raw fish fillet, I don't think is a good idea to eat raw, but I mean, in this particular case, I think it's okay. So I'm gonna eat. That's good. And then I will sleep until energy is restored. Or until our like satiety, our foodness requirements or hydration requirements reaches 0. Also, sleeping next to a window, questionable choice, because we know zombies can reach through windows pretty easily. Very good. It is 1 a.m. We are hungry and thirsty again. I'm gonna not be next to that window. It probably wasn't a very wise choice. No, it does sound really cool, though, the idea of mixology. As a person that never drinks and has never drank, I would like to try my hand at mixology. Not for myself, but for others. Part of that is because I worked as a barista at basically a Starbucks for 2 or 3 years during college. So, and I say barista it's hand quotes barista, because I've seen like the real baristas, you know, the real like creatives that like do the cool shit and the latte art and the stuff that's like really bespoke. The stuff I made was obviously just following predetermined portions for things, more like a Starbucks, and it was a cool job, and I like that aspect of it, but it's not exactly like a real barista position. But anyway, having done like that kind of thing with coffee, I would like to try that kind of thing with mixology as well, just because it sounds fun. But again, the downside with the mixology one versus coffee is that I wouldn't be able to sample it. At least with the coffee, I can enjoy the fruits of my labor. It's a lot of sugar for you though, dude or dad. I think it depends. I've heard a number of people say that like there are ways to, certainly with mixed drinks, to mix them in such a way where it's not quite as sweet. I guess certain wines are probably more or less sweet than others. Yeah. You want to start by mixing your own drinks, right? Which would be tough for me, obviously. It's also tough for Gracie because she also is not a big fan of drinking. She used to enjoy, like, every once in a while, maybe a cocktail somewhere. But as, you know, we're both getting older, alcohol kind of messes her stomach up. So now she's to the point where she really doesn't drink at all either. So we're both just kind of like, oh, I mean, we're both going full teetotaler. Yeah, then there's also mocktails, which is something, you know, at least to consider, too. Because, like, obviously the lack of the alcohol stuff and the spirits does take away some of the options, but doesn't take all the options. So there's still like some fun stuff you can do there, which is pretty neat. I will go ahead and do the big sip. Big glorps. Which pretty much does our hydration all good. Then I will eat. We'll eat the nuts. And then I guess eat the raw potato. Oddly enough, drinking like a soft drink helps with hydration and with food. So maybe we'll just hold off on that for now. And weak medicine would replenish some health if need be. I'm going to finish this guy off. And just like that, we have cat's eye. So now we can see at nighttime a little bit better. Which is pretty cool. We've acquired 1 out of 4. Now I'm guessing that if I read it again... Yeah, I cannot read it again. We have to find, like, another book that teaches cat's eye, or some level of it, I suppose. They are real baristas. Well, the thing about, like, the Starbucks thing that I worked is that, like, you get... It's definitely food service. Like, it's definitely food service. There's all the stressors of working as a barista. Like, you know, you're having to juggle orders. There's like, all of the trappings of like, an honest-to-goodness coffee shop. You know, all the stressors, all the pressure, that's all there for sure, no question about it. It's just a question of, like, everything is, like, predetermined, everything is pre-portioned. You know, grinding the espresso beans, measuring out, like, how much froth to put on something, all that is kind of predetermined for you. Or at least it was at the place that I worked. It was not actually a Starbucks, it was a Seattle's Best Coffee Cafe, which is owned by Starbucks, and I don't think it's really around anymore. But yeah, I was definitely using their procedures and their like kind of predetermined measurements for things. So that's why I say it like I was like a pretend barista, where there was definitely a lot of the job that was very much relevant, but there were certain aspects where there wasn't as much like open-endedness for kind of DIYing it, you know, not even DIYing, but not much room for creativity. It was, you do it by the book and that's just it, versus like a more mom and pop coffee shop where, yeah, it seems to me like there's more room for creativity in those places. I feel like that freedom is part of what comes to, you know, that distinction between what I did versus what I consider more like the standard kind of barista. Made from a vodka base can be good for a good mocktail, because the vodka is flavorless. That's a good point too, because yeah, there are some alcohol bases that are a little bit less hardcore in that sense. I'm gonna go ahead and read this recipe book. We're good there, and I think I'm good to drop this too. Don't know if holding on to those extra books is really all that worthwhile. And then I guess I'll read this, start cracking into this, because this will take a hot minute. We have a lot of action points because my guy's feeling pretty good. He's so energetic, but he's also very hungry. And my turn. We have a little bit to go until sunrise. We can probably like explore a little bit until sunrise. I don't know if there's any zombies in our current area. There might be. But we can probably like explore a little bit. I probably don't need to be that scared of the zombies pulling some zombie shit. Down to 0.5. In the turn. Comes from an environment without the stressors. I would imagine that, like, it's probably a balancing act for, like, the mom and pop coffee shops and cafes, where, I mean, we all have seen it ourselves, I'm sure. You see how busy those places can get. So I like to think it's a balancing act between trying to make the lattes really nice, like trying to make it really good, but also trying to go fast and trying to sling them out quickly, because you know, especially like those morning shifts, it can get crazy. So I would imagine there's like it's trying to straddle that line well. Trying being the operative term. That's probably like what separates like the pros from, you know, from those that like myself, you know, the ones that, you know, did it a bit in college, and you know, it was like a thing that was kind of cool, but it was a thing I was also looking forward to not do anymore. I don't actively miss it too much necessarily. And there were times where a customer would come in with something and kind of order off the menu and like kind of describe something they're going for, and then we could get a little more creative, but we were still kind of like encouraged to stay within the predetermined bounds of a small gets this many squirts of this particular syrup, get this many, you know, button presses on the espresso machine versus like pouring it ourselves. Like there was some creativity for sure, but maybe not as much as I would have personally preferred. But of course, it was all I knew, because in college, my like real cafe experience was much more limited. We've almost finished this book, by the way. In fact, we are going to finish it. So now we have Keepsake Collector. So now we have a chance of finding some stuff off of zombies whenever we take them out. I'm going to go ahead and start uncovering the windows, because pretty soon, daytime will rise. By the time all the windows are uncovered and we've regained all the raggies, I feel like I'm Scooby-Doo. Raggy. We retrieve all the rags, then I think it'll be daytime. We'll be able to explore around a bit. Also, I'll need... do another eat pretty soon here. The windows on that side, just the one here, and then two here. I think it's implied we killed all the zombies that were on the map, so we're probably okay to just hop on out. I'll go up north. Oh, because my AP is very low, that's why. And my turn. And now it's daytime. We can see all the way out. I wonder if I can go out this door now. It was locked on the outside. Is it locked on the inside? Open. There we go. There is a zombie now, but he never tried to get in. Fine by me. Need more of the juice. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a soft drink. Hydration definitely has room to grow. There we go. I like the implication that we drank that soft drink, and we drank it so good that there's no empty can, like empty metal can, which is delightful. So when we drank the soju, there's a glass bottle, of course. So did we just eat the metal can? Maybe that's why it restored some hunger, some satiety. Which would be very funny. Sources green coffee from Nestle. Green coffee from Nestle. What is... I'm scared to ask, what is green coffee? The stresses of working in a busy-ass place, yeah. Yeah. And you're not wrong. I mean, that definitely, like, for me, it's like... Yeah, maybe, like... real barista. Like, I don't want to make it sound like exclusionary. I just think about, like, the, like, really professional stuff I've seen at some of the, like, mom and pop coffee shops that I've been to. Because what you described, dude or dad, is like very legit when it comes to like service workers and food service. Just like the stressors that come with. Oh, we got a large boy. I'm going to go this way. I'm just gonna open the door if I can. It's locked, of course it is. See, there's another way in. But yeah, all those stressors are very real. All those stressors are very real and too familiar to a lot of us for sure. There's a zombino. Oh, there's a survivor. Oh, that's kind of cool. If we can get to him, then we can maybe just do some trading, have him help me out maybe. There's a slingshot here, that's cool. Pick up the slingshot. Stones as ammunition. Oh, all the more reason I should be grabbing some stones then. We have one in our inventory right now. That very barely legally distinct Red Bull. Yeah, it's like vague Red Bull vibes. It's energy drink. We have 2 of them. And that's all we need to know. But green coffee is the stuff before it's roasted. And it's full of human exploitation. I mean, the reality is that, yeah, since like they're getting anything from Nestle, that yeah, there's a lot of exploitation about for sure. I cannot recruit. He won't join you because he doesn't trust you enough. I know nothing about this person at all. I can't even talk with him. Oh, I don't have enough AP. Can I trade with him? And some more soju causes drunkenness. It sure does. I can get some crackers, get a carrot, some cereal. Value is very high, so I'm guessing there's no money, obviously, but you can like barter. I suppose. Maybe like things that are of like high value, low value, that kind of thing. Like some ground meat that's about to go bad. But yeah, I know Nestle's been dinged a whole lot for some like less than great business practices on like the contractors they hire for their labor. And yeah, knowing that Starbucks is going through them is not surprising, but it's not exactly very encouraging. Yeah, just more of the people at the stores. Yeah, because that's the reality, dude. Dad. Like for a lot of them, it's like it's not exactly. There's not like always a lot of options, unfortunately. And of course, it's you know, service work is unfortunately an absolute drag. You know, that's just how it is. Somebody working at a Starbucks or a fast food place, you know, it's like it's not glamorous, but it pays. You know, it's like a paycheck. Obviously, it's something, and that shit is exhausting. That shit is exhausting and is freaking brutal. I think back a lot to those times when I worked fast food and worked at this Starbucks location, that kind of thing. And I think back to like how it was. I'm glad I experienced it, and I'm glad I like it. You know, it taught me a lot, of course. But I also think back to the people that are currently my age that were working those jobs, and I think like how rough that must have been. Because you know, when I was younger, of course, I had more energy. You know, just more physically capable. Even though I was like juggling college and a bunch of other things, it was, you know, still it like the physical aspect was really not too much of an issue. I'd think about how draining it is. And how, relatively draining it was then, but how much it would absolutely kick the shit on me now. It's pretty remarkable. So yeah, it just in any circumstance, yeah, like major props to the workers that are able to hold it down, because, you know, Lord knows nobody works service jobs for the money or for this customer experience, you know, customer interaction. There's not a lot of benefits to working at those jobs. Other than just, you know, the perspective it can give you, hopefully later on when you've been able to, you know, to find something better, hopefully. But yeah, it's exhausting. And like you see a place super busy, you see the people that are overworked, and like maybe the service is a little bit slow, maybe they mess up your order. It's easy to like start to feel kind of bummed out, like feel impatient. But when you've worked it, like you know how that shit goes, and you think to yourself like, man, I've been in this person's shoes, I get it, and I'm gonna give them all the patience in the world, because that shit is awful. It's all too real. Coffee in general is full of human exploitation. There was one episode of Last Week Tonight about chocolate that kind of surprised me. Well, on the one hand it was surprising, on the other hand it wasn't. But yeah, the notion of like basically all the major manufacturers of chocolate, certainly in the US and probably in other parts of the world, but it was mostly focused on US manufacturing, was talking at great length of the like the countries that are exploited for their chocolate trade. With like child workers especially, like it's not a good time. Not a good time. Focus on specialty shops because it's more likely to be ethically sourced, yeah. But that's the thing too, Arctic. Yeah, you kind of nailed it. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee, unfortunately. It's kind of a toss-up. But there's a better chance. There's a better chance. Street map would be useful. So I'll take the street map. But we need to trade for some goods. Some cereal would be cool too, but that's like very high. What do I have that is high value? I've got a grenade. We got a slingshot that I found outside. Steel pipe, fighting knife. A couple doodads. This thing is poor. I'm gonna offer the digital watch. Because I don't really think I would have much use for it, honestly. This thing is useful. I think. Knit gloves wouldn't be as useful. Oh, that's one thing too. Maybe I should have kept those books because they are valuable for trading. So now I can offer this. So suddenly that's acceptable. Is there anything else that I just do not need? Gas can could be nice. Rubbing alcohol could be nice. Grenade. Hopefully I won't need, but might need at some point. Ground meat, and I think the small meat too. Offer those up and see if I can maybe toss in the crackers. Need something else to make it worth. What about a shitty makeshift bandage? Looks like there's limited number of slots, so I can't just keep adding stuff. I would need something that was medium grade, probably. To seal the deal. There's really not a ton of medium things that I'm willing to part with, unfortunately. These are very low, obviously. Very low. And the crackers, I think, was probably too hopeful. We could probably do is maybe something that was medium. It was food, because food is my main concern right now. What about wood glue? Is wood glue food? Unfortunately, these are both high. If I offered up... Not the regular bandage, but maybe one of the energy drinks. That would also not do it. I'd have to offer up something else that was, like, really good. The beer is very high. Really good for morale. Really good. Kind of surprised that soju is that valuable, too. Could offer up the grenade, but I'm worried that if I offer up the grenade, I'm gonna be really sad. Because that's something that, like, if something really scary were to come our way, then we need something, like, very scary that can potentially take it down. Offer up both energy drinks. That is acceptable. Alright, so we did that. Got some stuff. My AP is still very low. Does he trust us anymore? No, he does not, because we haven't actually talked to him. We just traded with him. Although, talking involves trading. Or trading involves talking, rather. So I'm talking with him, and that loses some action points. Talking is exhausting. Social battery and such. Watch the guy lose his shit at the tire store. Oh my gosh. She handled it well, but that dude was being a prick. Gracie had to go to the DMV a couple days ago, and she said she watched, like, some, like, stereotypical, like, boomer dude be like a complete tool. And of course the DMV is like the place where that kind of shit can happen, where people can absolutely lose their shit and just be general shitters. So it's like not terribly surprising, but that shit is still exhausting for sure. Seeing that kind of thing in person, it's a grown ass adult. It's like, bro, having somebody having just like a little hissy fit like that is ridiculous. So he trusts us at 1. Okay. I can threaten him. Trust level 10 to be able to join us. Bro, I don't know about that. Let's explore around a little bit. I'm gonna close the door, though. Coffee trade in general is not great, and Nestle does not have... Yeah, you're exactly right, Arctic. Nestle does not have a very good reputation. So yeah, I wouldn't assume the worst. Or rather, I wouldn't assume the best. Yeah, their coffee trade, it's a fair assumption, but you're right. I don't know exactly myself. Dude, Dad's not afraid of calling them out, but don't fuck around in traffic. That's probably a decent approach. Also, we did find a pen, which is exciting. Yeah, it's probably a decent way to do it. That's kind of cool. You can read things quicker at this desk. That's kind of neat. Canned beans. Oh, I wonder if we need a can opener to actually, like, utilize it in some way. To get the goods. Turn left, turn left at a red light? That's bizarre. Wouldn't turn left at a red light? How dare you? How dare you not turn left on red? Like, a red light. It's one thing to take, like, turn right on red. Ooh, Dallas and Vegetarian. There's a place called El Palote. Full vegan taqueria. That sounds wonderful. That sounds amazing. Doi, for the last time in your life, was at the DMV. That's delightful. Yeah, I wasn't in person for the DMV experience that Greasy had to endure on. I think it was on Monday. She was getting plates for her new car, and it was like she got there right when they opened, and this other guy obviously had the same idea, and I don't know, there was something where he didn't have the right kind of documentation. He was throwing a hissy fit on the way out, and Gracie was saying how he was like, you guys are terrible, what the heck? And like the ladies that are working there were like, all right, have a nice day, sir. And he was like, no, I will not have a nice day. My day is ruined forever. Very good, have a nice day, sir. You know, he's just being an entire tool about it, and they're just like, all right, see you later. You'll be back. This is how it is. I mean, it's how these things work. We drive there regularly just for the tacos. I mean, listen, when the tacos are that banging, I understand. I understand. Just get an electric can opener? Yeah. Yeah, those things are pretty sweet. Just get the tacos and head home. How long of a drive is that? I'm kind of curious. I'm sure it's not a short one. I mean, I'm thinking on a map, in a general sense, the distance from Austin to Dallas is about 3 hours. Oof. But I mean, when the tacos are that good, man. When the tacos are that good. The downside is that, like, by the time you get home, it's like, fuck, I'm hungry again. Maybe that's why you get some to go as well. That way you have something for later when you get hungry again. Guys, out of the juice. This way. The door. Got some potent antidepressants, which gives morale boost for 8 hours. +2 for 8 hours, and I'm guessing when it wears off, it just ticks right back down. So I wonder if your morale is at like 1.8, if you go into 0 and like start suffering some pretty harsh negatives. So it's a temporary boost. We got a machete in a, like, just like a random book, like, it's not a bookshelf, like a dresser of drawers maybe. Machete, ramen, beer. I thought it was hot sauce at first. All this valuable stuff. Does this guy not know there's like amazing stuff in here? What the hell? Missing out. They sell proteins by the pound. Barbacoa is amazing. That sounds amazing. Some dirty lunch tacos. That's my shit right there, man. Sounds amazeballs. Sunset doesn't have to start necessarily immediately, so I think I have time. Explore the rest. What about a place called Check Shop? Sounds like it'd be worth checking out. Small flashlight. And this guy could have like traded with me with all kinds of amazing stuff if he would have just explored the house a little bit more. Bunch of high value items inside here this guy had no idea about. Or maybe he did and just chose not to take it, but for whatever reason he had he left it all by the wayside. His loss, man. We do have a pan, by the way, so we could maybe start cooking some stuff. I don't know if I need a heat source. I assume that I do. We have a street map. It's like the location on the map that you want to check. Charts at 4 and increase as you get further away from the current location. So I definitely don't have the AP for this right now. Just curious what that would potentially entail. Got the fruit collages. I don't know if I think I have had those before. There's a place in St. Louis that does. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but yeah, it does pretty good collages. Texas Renaissance Festival. Oh, that sounds cool. This is like the time of the year for Renaissance fairs. The one in St. Louis is going for another few weeks, I think. I think it goes like up to Halloween, but I don't know if it includes Halloween. Some antidepressants. Another street map, bandage, denim jacket. Yes, I too keep a denim jacket in my desk at all times. 2 guns, revolver and pistol. No ammo, I don't think. We have a lot of stuff, my gosh. Relative armory in here. High value. Proficiency 0, of course. Yeah, I don't think we have any rounds available. Makes a noise when attacking. You bet it does. You bet. So I have my sweater right now. I'll go and take this off and probably even drop it. We have 2 sweaters that are of better durability. This one's the best one, so I'll probably... Actually, we could maybe trade with these things. Maybe I should trade with all these extra things that I just kind of have lying around. We have a radio. To get information from the Terminus. It's broken. Need a screwdriver to repair it. You have a small flashlight. It's not that it needs a charge, it says it's broken and needs repairs. So we'll take this with me indeed. Anything else in here? Nope, we took all the goods. All the guns, specifically. Pittsburgh Ren Fair sounds nice. But I couldn't talk anybody into it. That's a shame. I feel like... It probably depends. It depends on a lot of circumstances, but I have like a number of friends that are like super into Renaissance Fair stuff. So usually it's the opposite. Usually they're the ones trying to like twist my arm into going. And I do enjoy it, but like, do I go every year? It's more of like an every other year kind of thing for me personally. Unless it's like with a really fun group. It's like with a really fun group. Then it's more of a social thing versus just, you know, seeing the same kind of stalls every year. But going to another city and seeing their Renaissance Festival does sound really cool. They'd gone recently. That would explain it too. That would explain it too, for sure. So, I thought we already had Keepsake Collector included. Maybe this just makes it better. I will do... probably Combat Instinct. But I think the next time, though, we'll probably go for that really cool search ability. Is the guy gone, I wonder? Maybe they move... Maybe they kind of mill about. Okay, no, they just kind of blink away whenever there's no like immediate line of sight. So, the cereal. Can I get the cereal from you if I offer up a bunch of low-level stuff that I'm otherwise going to discard anyway? Here's another sling bag. I have no need for this. How's about I'll probably wear the denim jacket and a sweater. I'm assuming you can wear both. So let's offer this crappy thing. It's of very low quality. And then maybe this one that is also low. And then I have 2 maps. An umbrella. Potent antidepressants. It's for 8 hours. The food I pretty much want all of for sure. Are there any tools that I don't need? All these could be useful. Which of these are less good? Probably this one. Still unacceptable. How's about the knit gloves? Nope. Maybe the cereal was too high of an ask. Maybe the carrot. It's value of high, though. I mean, the likelihood of me finding like a really good assault rifle is pretty low. But the likelihood of needing more food is very high. Let's go for that. This guy gave me 2 sweaters and a denim jacket and a sling bag and a assault rifle foregrip. Also that I could give him a cereal. Life is too busy sometimes. Sometimes that is just how it goes. It's just, you know, the way like the schedule kind of fell. No one's fault necessarily. I'm gonna go... Oh, there's a Zamboni over there for sure. Already explored all these things. If I want to do any reading, now's a good time to do so, but I think I kind of want to keep exploring. Let's end the turn so I can take a look at this map. I'm trying to figure this thing out. Sunset begins pretty soon. We have 2 of these things. Renfest in Texas is pretty sweet. Largest one in the US? Damn, that's awesome. And it's its 50th anniversary? Man, I bet this year was popping off then. Or is popping off, rather. It's a shame we don't have anything on the Terminus yet. They said that we need to get some kind of screwdriver so we can repair it. So I definitely can't... We don't actually go to this place. There's 3 places here. Check here. Read the street map. You can check the location of 3 places. Make it happen. House and restaurant. Very nice. And I'm guessing that used a street map. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, maybe you don't need 2 of them then. Of course, it uses action points, obviously. It's a house as well, so that connects us to the restaurant. Restaurant is yellow, so maybe that's what we should be working towards. Yellow might be like fancy. I'm pretty low on action points right now. There's a dangerous place over here, which might also be like a potential thingy. There's an electronics store here, which we can actually reach right now. Let's go there for sure. They might have a screwdriver so we can get the radio repaired. That'd be pretty sick. Go next weekend, and then another 2 weeks afterwards. Hell yeah. That sounds amazeballs. Alright. Just feel like I'm going out. My guy is getting hungry, but we did just get a whole bunch of cool cereal things and ramen. I'm gonna eat the cereal. Oh, wait, no, I should maybe do the cooking. Because we got the ground meat to make small meat. Alright, and we made... Oh, wait, no, we made ground meat. Okay. And now that we've made ground meat, I can't really do anything else. Let's see. Yeah, dried meat, for instance. We need a campfire. Okay. If I go outside and say craft... Still the question of campfire. How do you... Maybe it's not crafting a campfire. Maybe there's like another instruction somewhere. Ooh, that's a good one, Arctic. Now, I know Alina was in here of about a week ago, and she was the one that redeemed the Space Marine question, the Space Marine cosplay question. Which one is sexier? The Psyker Darktide Space... the Psyker Darktide cosplay or the Space Marine 2 cardboard cosplay. I'll make sure when next time I see Alina to relay to her the answer that we got from that one. Same thing to you though, Arctic. We're probably not going to get an answer tonight just because it's pretty late. But I'll go and send this now to Gracie. And as always, I always like to show... I'm typing it out exactly as requested. Bam. You think I should learn Mongolian throat singing? Now, she's probably never heard of it. So she'll probably be a little bit flummoxed, but she'll also probably say, that's an Arctic question, isn't it? She can usually tell these things. Arctic says, I'm an agent of chaos. And it is a fun one, especially now that you've met her once, so you know, like, you maybe have a better sense of how to like, be extra silly. Extra confusing. Yeah, there's nothing about campfires here. Unless maybe... Let's check the help menu. Is there like a search bar? I could just do a search for like keywords. That'd be kind of useful. Maybe we have to find a campfire. Maybe you can't just build one. So if there was... Yeah, craft maybe. Mantle items... Oh, you can dismantle at will. I thought you had to I thought you could only dismantle when it was something that would allow you to dismantle. Craft button to dismantle craft items. Long click on them. Oh, that's good to know. So, like for instance, these empty water bottles. There we go, dismantle. I see. Now, granted, an empty water bottle could still be useful, but if we ever find ourselves needing, like, plastic waste, plastic scrap, that's how you do it. Okay, that makes me feel a little better, because I was wondering how, like, if there was some kind of function for deconstructing stuff that I just wasn't seeing. We know that with rags, you can dismantle, Sometimes you can dismantle, because we did that for the threads earlier. Yeah, broken down into threads. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. You have to go to Mongolia first. That's the only way to really authentically get it. I'll become the throat goat. I've had Mongolian beef. There's a really cool Mongolian grill chain that's in the area called Huhat. And it's one of Gracie and I's favorites. There's a few locations in the St. Louis area, but there's one in particular in a suburb not too far from us, and they're fantastic. It's kind of like a hibachi grill where you like go to like an ingredient station, you get a bowl, you add all the meats and veggies and like sauces that you want, and then you bring it to the grill and they'll kind of fry it up in front of you. It's really fantastic. And they have lots of like delightful sauce, like spicy sauce options, which is nice. It's one of our favorites. And it's called they label it as a Mongolian grill. I don't know how authentically Mongolian it is, but it is very nice. It is very nice. Let's continue looking around though for anything about cooking or food in particular. But it's pretty limited, unfortunately, as far as like the particulars. Maybe like this is the game's way of saying, well, you kind of have to like figure it out as you go. We're not gonna just tell you everything. Behavior patterns. It's all well and good. Yeah, maybe the idea is you have to find a campfire. Be a bit of a bummer. Movement. I was thinking to be crafting, unless it's on the cooking menu. Like if you were to cook a campfire. let me cook a campfire up real quick. And I figured crafting is the best I could think of. Maybe we just don't have the recipe yet. Maybe we need to like learn how to make it through a recipe of some kind. She was not into it. She was not into it. It's just shock value. It was worth a try. I mean, she might have thought you were like, you know, suggesting something else. So let's see if I'm gonna go to the electronics store. We're gonna go down this way. I'm very excited to check out this electronics store. I hope it's really cool. Need 10 AP. My guy's getting hungry. Eat the ramen now then. Our guy's getting kind of low on energy. When we get to the electronics store, let's assume that we can get in to the place. We can actually, like, you know, walk in, close all the doors, and kind of hold up for a bit. The thing I want to read right now is just go ahead and wait our turn. We should move it. We're at the electronics store. And all of its splendor, if we can get inside in 3 turns, we'll be safe. If you eat enough Mongolian beef, you become Mongolian. Well, and you know, I was talking about how when... Oh, there's a door right there. When Gracie and I take our trip next year, that we're going to try our best not to be, like, extremely insufferable about it and just talk about it nonstop. We take our big, fun trip. Oh, there's a big, scary guy. Police officer zombie. Maybe he'll have a gun. Go for the attack. Since we're going to Japan for that trip, we were joking about like ways to prepare for the trip, and of course there's the obvious stuff, doing lots of reading ahead of time, reading up on places that we want to go, knowing what kinds of like customary things we want to know about ahead of time, just making sure our brains are full of knowledge before the time comes. But also Gracie has been wanting to watch more anime, and jokingly I was like, well, that's the thing, if you watch enough subbed anime, which is to say subtitle anime, we'll eventually just learn Japanese, because that's definitely how that works, right? Absolutely. Fighting knife is broken, but it's for fighting. Like I used it what it was for. That's the whole point. We can get a bone for crafting, such as knives and needles, and a lighter. Cool. Maybe I can use that to very inefficiently cook something. Painstakingly and inefficiently. For some scrap metal. For anybody curious, what anime have you been watching? So, earlier this year, over the course of like a month or two, we watched all of Cowboy Bebop, which she had never seen. And it's my favorite anime so far, at least. That was delightful. And I've also shown her a good chunk of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I don't think she likes it quite as much as I do. Because every once in a while I'll mention it as an option for something to watch, and she's like, maybe something else, which is fine. It's not everyone's cup of tea necessarily. But she did like Cowboy Bebop. There's a wooden arrow. Oh, I should have gotten that stone while I was there. Shut the door. Shut the front door. There was an episode of something... Oh gosh, what was it called? It was on Netflix, and I've already forgotten the name. The like, opening premise caught Gracie's eye. It's a show where there was like this horrible plague that wiped out like 75% of the male population in this this fictional version of Japan. And it's like feudal Japan. It's like feudal times. And as a result, there's not a lot of dudes around, and women are like the primary workforce now. And men are like this highly sought after thing. Like if you have a husband, if you're a woman, you have a husband, it's a status symbol. Like, oh, you've got a husband. Damn, that's amazing. Whereas most have to, like, if you want to have a child, you have to like seek out somebody to provide the seed. Commercially speaking, it's very bizarre. We watched like 10 minutes of it. I was like, I don't know, bro. I don't know if I'm really into this. This is like, and not even from like a feminism, like weirdness perspective. It's just, I don't know. It was like very, there was not really any subtlety with what was going on here. It was very odd. It was not my favorite anime I'd never seen. And Gracie also was not really feeling it either. I can't remember what it was called, but it's on Netflix, and I think the premise is fine. I think there could be something cool that could be done. Got a screwdriver, by the way. But I don't know, they kind of lost me. They lost me like with just like how like not subtle how like weird it was. Yeah, that shit went like unfortunately very hard. As far as like banging you over the head with like implications of things. It's very, very strange. Yeah, Brotherhood's great. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is really good. It's probably my second favorite anime that I've seen. Japanese Duolingo. That's the thing. That's probably what Grace and I probably would be best to start with. Something like Duolingo. I know Arctic's done some Duolingo before. We have a couple other friends that have kind of dabbled with it a little bit. So yeah, that's definitely something I think would be worth our while. At least just try it. Just get the beginner stuff. Enough to ask where the bathroom is, that kind of thing. Yeah, it sounds well. Again, it's on Netflix, and it wasn't like a hentai or anything. They didn't show anything like NSFW, but there was like certain conversations that the characters were having where it's just, again, it's just so like in your face with like how bizarre this whole thing is. I think a little bit of subtlety goes a long way, but there was none of that happening. It was no subtlety to be found. Let's go ahead and end the turn. We are in nighttime. Also, my guy's getting hungry again. This door is broken. Oh, there's something there. We have action points left. We shall go for the attack. We attack. And I use a gun. No, I don't use a gun. In fact, I don't think I could because it's probably got no juice. Konosuba, if that's the name of the anime, it's not that one. In fact, I can probably look it up real quick. Netflix anime. It was like a 4-letter. It's like Oku. Here it is. Yeah, Uoku. The Inner Chambers. That's the name. The Inner Chambers. Eligible men serve as concubines to the women shogun inside the walls of the Oku. It's a bummer because there's a graphic novel series called Why the Last Man, which takes a very similar kind of idea, and I think tells a story that granted, I've never read the graphic novel, but like I've like one of my friends kind of summarized the basic gist to me. It actually sounds like pretty cool, and I think there's like there's opportunity there for like subtlety and like interesting storytelling that isn't just beating you over the head with like weird, like not even like weirdly horny, just uncomfortable situations that just kind of make everybody in the audience just kind of squirm a little bit. It's bizarre. You just have to keep at it though for the Duolingo stuff. Yeah, I mean, like with any sort of language thing, needing to keep with it makes perfect sense. I'm kind of surprised the machete is not quite as effective against the head. I guess it kind of makes sense though. We can use the pan as a weapon, which is delightful. Condition 71.3. This one's condition is not great. This one's condition is real good. We do have another steel pipe, which is good. We'll do the machete. So we've got enough. There we go. More condition lost, though. I mean, what else is the machete good for? It's good for attacking things. One hit and he's donezo. Raggies. What about Devilman Crybaby? I've never heard of that one. Never heard of Devilman Crybaby. Is that any good? Or is it, like, weird and bizarre? We have a display of some kind. My guy is out of the juice. And my turn. We got an MP3 player and weak vitamins. I'm not sure how valuable that's going to be in a zombie apocalypse, but we could maybe trade with it. And of course, if you listen to music, you can get some morale boosted. Can we recharge it? Or use this, rather, can we use this to charge the MP3 player? Because a morale boost wouldn't be the worst idea in the whole world. We're getting pretty low on energy, though. I want to get all the stuff. I'm trying to, like, acquire all the goods. There's another Zombino. Go ahead and attack. And we have enough action points, I'm pretty sure. Fair enough. We're good. I wonder if they're coming in from an open window. No, that door's closed. It's bizarre and deeply uncomfortable. I mean, to be honest, I feel like I've got like a decent stomach for like stuff that's like maybe not upsetting, but stuff that is anime-wise that is, yeah, maybe on the slightly uncomfortable side of things. Gracie is a little bit more sensitive to stuff that's like distressing, you know, disturbing, that kind of thing. I'm not gonna say that she's like a, you know, a pansy, obviously, but she's not as big into violence and that kind of thing. There's a bunch of old school anime and also like anime movies that I'd like to watch that are renowned for like being like deeply unique but also deeply troubling. One that I've kind of had on my list for a while is Perfect Blue. That was, I think, and I know I've talked about it on stream before. I think it was one of the things that inspired Black Swan quite a bit. My guy's getting real tired. Search the shelves real quick. So like, but I don't know if that's one that Gracie's gonna want to watch, or if that's maybe something I should watch on my own, just because, yeah, my understanding is that it's like pretty fucked up in a lot of ways. Let's go over here. Leave the door. It's probably fine. Let's go ahead and sleep. Oh, except my guy is hungry, and hydration's fine, but very much hungry. Let's do the cereal. There we go. And do the sleepies. Hopefully no zombies will sneak up on my ass. We'll need something to boost morale pretty soon here. Nothing else, we got that beer. But anyway, what I should say though, and I mentioned this the other day, is we did watch an episode, and so far I think the only episode of another Netflix anime that just came out called Dandadan. D-A-N-D-A-D-A-N. And I'm really impressed. It's also like sort of vaguely horny, but not nearly as over the top with it. And it's like it has a pretty interesting premise, more like sci-fi kind of fantasy setup, but it's pretty cool and I like it so far. But then some of you might be proud of us. Yesterday, Gracie wanted to watch something else. We would have probably watched more of that Dandadan anime, but again, there's only one episode available because it just came out. I assume they're doing like one episode a week. So we watched one episode of Delicious in Dungeon, which I've heard is amazing, and it is quite good. I like the first episode a lot. It just recently got renewed for a second season, and I remember one of my friends who's really big into anime saying if that series would not have gotten renewed for another season, then there would have been rioting in the streets because everyone loves that show. So we watched the first episode of that. Then we watched the first episode of Edge Runners, Cyberpunk Edge Runners. And again, I was saying how Gracie's not really big into violence, not big into like lots of shooting and blood and that kind of shit. And Edge Runners, I've heard, is kind of brutal in that sense. We watched the first episode, and I asked her, I was like, "What'd you think?" And I was bracing myself because I was thinking she's probably gonna hate it, but no, she was like, "Honestly, it was pretty dope." So I think we're gonna continue watching both of those if possible. Let's see if I can repair. Actually, no, I want to get my guy fed again because he's hungry already. I'm gonna eat the entire can of beans, including the can. That's why it fills you up so well. Because again, I don't have a can opener. I eat the full can and we're all good. And then I drink the beer. Do I need the hydration? Nah, I mean, it's nice, but it definitely brings up the morale a whole bunch. We're feeling really good now. And then I want to see if I can repair any of these, because they're all broken. I don't know if broken 18 means it's harder to fix. I guess I should maybe go for this one because it can be used more. So maybe we go into crafting. Maybe that's how you fix things. Yeah, I can dismantle. I do have a screwdriver. I don't want to dismantle it. We have the screwdriver. Maybe, like, go into the inventory, pick it up. Oh, here we go. Should I try this on the potentially most valuable one? What if I break it by accident? Like, if it fails? Well, the next best one is 7. Let's fix all. Did I do it? It's getting there. Action points are still getting kind of low. Maybe I should continue looting before I get too ahead of myself, because there might be other things that could help us here. I definitely haven't searched everything. Some pasta. We have meat and we have pasta, so if I could get some kind of heat source, we could make that bolognese. Not to be confused with Bobo. Correct, Dad. Correct. Yeah, I've never actually watched Bobo, but one of my buddies in college really liked it, and I remember him showing me a couple clips of it. Not a big fan of the Delicious in Dungeon. I really liked it, but it's probably not to everyone's cup of tea necessarily. Terminus or Terminus? Too many options. Terminus does sound very powerful, so that would probably be my vote if I had to guess. Gun to my head, that's probably the one I would choose. Sperm in us, a little bit on the nose. Or maybe inside the nose or something. Well, if it's going inside the nose, then something went wrong. And then someone's aim is not the best. We've explored all these things. We have not gone up in those shelves. All up in those shelves. Energy-wise, we're doing pretty good. No baddies around here. Sailing manual, volume 2 for boat handling. Well, you know, all the boats we're handling so far in this game. All right, so they were talking about how this will get us information about getting to the Terminus. We've started on this one, I think. Getting this one repaired. Maybe the lower number means... Yeah, the lower the number, the more it's fixed up now. So the higher the number, the more broken it is. So maybe I should have started with this one. This is a time-consuming prospect. Maybe... Let's see. This is a display. If there was like a desk, maybe we are faster in certain instances, at certain places. I know you read faster at a desk. Oof, this is gonna take forever. Holy shit. And unfortunately, we don't have like a crazy amount of food, so I can't be doing this forever, unfortunately. Oh, look at this! Start a fire! Oh, it's because we just got this. Because it talks about kindling. Okay, so starting a fire. Should I do this indoors? Maybe. Similar to like Flash games? I would say so, yeah. I could very much see some commonality there. My guy's thirsty. I'll drink that water. We're getting kind of low on like the full water stuff. So if I had a fire going, what kind of recipe could we make? We could make... Oh, we need tomato for the bolognese. I ate the canned beans already. We have onion, potato, and... Oh, it's rotten. Even if you cook with it, probably. Okay, so probably not a lot we can do there. Can we make pasta? Yes, we can still make pasta. And onion and potato. We can make something pretty darn good. Okay. I lit the wall on fire. Yeah, like the visuals aren't anything, you know, to write home about, obviously. Nor do they need to be. It does what it needs to do. You can do cooked vegetables. We can do the pasta. Let's do the pasta. Say onions and taters. I'm assuming cooking with this would be a not good idea. Obviously, eating it raw is not a good idea, but I'm assuming cooking with it is also not a good idea, so I'm not going to bother with that. This does use a lot of our good food, really all of our good food. We'd probably get something really good out of it. And there it is. Fresh pasta. Really good for morale, good for food, just good across the board. Overwhelmingly high value. Very nice. Is there anything else I wanted to do with this fire? So I lit a fire, isn't it good? Norwegian, maybe, maybe brick walls? I don't know. Norwegian bricks. Nothing else here. Just gotta die to trial and error. That is the roguelike way of thinking. That is how these things go, usually. So I'm glad we got the screwdriver, which is good. Got a couple other, like, nifty little things, but... and the lighter. The lighter was also very helpful. It's very much daytime right now, so I'm safe to be walking out. Is that a person or a zombino? It's a zombino, so I definitely don't want to overstay my welcome here. Check the map. So, we're in the electronics store. The police station is next. Oh, except we were there already. Was that the police station? This is 21 hours ago. No, we started... Yeah, here and kind of worked our way up. I guess we were there already, huh? Let's actually go back to that spot because I want to get to the restaurant. The restaurant's definitely going to have some food for sure. I'm going to go around. I'm going to grab that stone along the way so I can get my slingshot. That thing loaded up with the goods. Continue this way. What about Devil Daggers? I never played it, but I watched a couple people play it. I don't know if that's a game I would ever stream. I could maybe see myself playing it off stream. Oh, wait, there's the big guy. House, and then police station is a direct connection over there. I could try to go around him. Do that. In this window. Oop, it's locked. There we go. I would like to avoid combat if I can help it. It's getting thirsty. Well, I drank all my beer. And the water levels are not getting any higher. I think what I might do is I might wait for that and satiety to go down. So I can go ahead and eat the pasta. And get a full belly and, like, some hydration. Oh, there's bad guys there too. Alright, never mind. Alright, never mind. This is awkward. What I should probably do... I wonder if zombies can open doors. Let's find out. Can't go that way. Can't go that way. Alright, so since I'm kind of stuck anyway, I should not open this window. But since I'm just gonna chill anyway. Location information at a nearby police station. But again, I think we've already been to that police station. I guess I'll still read it. We've apparently already been there. He's attacking the door. He breaks through. He breaks on through to the other side. I open up. And away we go. Not enough AP, goddammit! I thought I was a genius. I could... move over here. This would be relative safety. We got Woo in the house, by the way. What's up, Woo? Playing a cool little game. It's tough. But it's probably more tough just because, you know, we're still kind of learning the ropes. Still not enough. Damn. I guess I can go ahead and take this guy on and fight his ass. It's got a lot of health, so we would switch to... We have a decent number of action points, though. Yeah, less effective against the head. How much is this gonna do? Boop. A lot of damage. Then from there, finish him off with a machete. A lot of damage. Do you have anything cool on him? He had... Find out. Some pliers, that's useful. And zombie guts, not quite as useful. Not quite as good. No, it's called Zombie Terminus. Terminus Survivors. It's kind of a turn-based... zomboid-like, kind of, sort of. It's like an interesting combination. Ooh, that was not a good choice. It's interesting because that guy can reach me now, I'm pretty sure. And there's no undo. That's fine, we roll with it. It's an interesting combination of zomboid and Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. Like, Cataclysm is much more dense and much more trial and error. This game so far hasn't been like crazy ridiculous, crazy challenging, but just learning the ropes. There we go. So big satiation, and hydration didn't really go down at all. So hydration, I was thinking it said like hydration plus 6. It's like not much for hydration, but I will drink a whole bunch of this. There we go. Still not enough AP. God damn it. I like... It takes so much to move there, I guess. And our energy's pretty good. Maybe we have too much crap in our inventory. Maybe that's why. Yeah, maybe I should standard drop some stuff. What's the heavier stuff? Probably these. Yeah, we definitely don't need 5 of these things. Drop all but 1. I guess I just fight this guy. So I might as well just so we have something, so that way he can't pursue us any further. Like, I'm trying to leave that way. Yeah, machete. Just one little boop. Machete's now broken. Okay. And then, while we're chilling for a moment... There we go. And my turn. We're right here ready for traveling. Yes. It's now nighttime. We're moving here during nighttime. Questionable choice. So yeah, we have been here before. Yeah, I did not realize it was a police station. That explains why there were so many guns in there. Okay, so now, unless this place has been repopulated, it's probably fairly safe. The place we want to go to next is the restaurant. And there... You actually maybe use the map to find out if there's something... Street map. Like right here. Doesn't even tell us if there's like any number of locations. We'd probably have to move ourselves. I could, if nothing else, barter for some more food. My turn. Because I think the trader guy is probably still here. There he is. Let's trade. He has rotten ground meat. He has a carrot. Some rotten lettuce. Boy, the carrot's the only thing that would help me at all. Take the carrot. And it's a high value item. Can I interest you in some rotten ground meat? And... because it's of no use to us, most likely. And some knit gloves. Actually, that could still be useful as scrap, at least. Trying to parts, some other nice things here. This backpack... Oh, wait. Why are we not wearing that? That's kind of odd. Oh, I definitely don't need multiple alarm clocks. In fact, I'm not even sure we need any of them. We definitely don't need multiple radios. What do I say though? Let's offer the MP. Well, no, the MP3 player could be useful. Small flashlight. There we go. Got a carrot now. And some clean water. Oh, it's overwhelmingly high though. Darn. Now granted, I have one bottle left. And some change. The soft drinks, it doesn't hydrate very well though, obviously. Nor does beer. Or energy drinks for that matter. Good for energy though. Alright, so we traded a little bit of stuff there, which is good. I don't think I don't see any arrows pointing to the right, so I think there's no exits from here. Check the street map. Oops. Yeah, no available places to check here. So what we'd probably do is we'd go up to this house, then this house, and this restaurant. See how it connects to that dangerous place. And I think it's safe to do this. How's about this? We have a lantern. It's broken, though. I didn't realize it was broken. We have a large flashlight. Use the large flashlight. Use it. And also... I'm not sure why we took that off. Oh, and I've been shirtless this whole time. Put this on, and this on. Still can't move much beyond that. Oh, yeah, at least we're able to move a lot easier now. Of course, the flashlight only works for that one turn. We have to fight this thing if I want to get to the progression spot. A regular zombie. Now, actually, what if I just continue moving? Is he gonna, like, continue to attack me? Oh, we need 8. Okay, we need to kill him because we're not gonna be able to leave on the same turn. And my machete, unfortunately. We can use the pliers as a melee weapon. Can't possibly see it being very effective. Screwdriver, I guess see it a little bit more. Use the one plank. Bonk. Plank was broken, though. Anything cool? Just a rag. And also a bone knife made out of bone. Alright, so now we're just kind of chilling until it's time to go. Anything else about the police station? You know, the location. I mean, it's probably the one that we're on right now. I was thinking maybe it would give us other information. No, it's one way out here. We could add notes if we wanted to, which is kind of cool. Okay. And then I've got one more turn to burn. So there's the sailing manual, which I'm not sure is going to be that much more useful. I think what I'm more inclined to do is, if I have extra time, I should be twerking on this guy. It's not much, but we're slowly chipping away at it. Up we go to this house. Where's the restaurant? Discovered the house. Now I'm kind of breaking my rule by traveling at nighttime, but we have so much energy. I'm going to go ahead and kick on the flashlight again. Use it. There's the Zamboni. If I get to a safe distance, it'll be fine. So I can move here. There's some debris that blocks that particular path. They both move towards me. I'm glad that I moved the extra spot, because if I was right here, he'd be able to attack me. And then I'm gonna take this guy out. Change my little bone knife, my little baby bone knife. Now these guys don't have a lot of health. I don't want to use like the big scary things. The badass weapons. And maybe just go to the window, crack it open. It is locked. Shut the door. It is unlocked. I close the door behind me. It's a match, a single match, not like a box of matches. One match. So more for kindling, obviously. I have one action point left. That means we do one more use Oh, you can read it multiple times. That's kind of cool. So more police station locations. That's kind of neat. I don't know how useful that is, but it's kind of cool if nothing else. And I think I'm more inclined to continue chipping away with screwdriver. This one. They start attacking doors or windows. We know they're pursuing us. Did Ogasa redeem his thing earlier? He actually, it was like a 13-second long video. It was really quick. In fact, I wonder if it's still on my clipboard. I could potentially just post it to the Discord server. It's actually, it did not require redemption, because it was real short. Yeah, post it to the server for others to see, just because it's unique. It's worth a watch. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that it's groundbreaking, but it's not ground unbreaking. It's not groundbreaking, nor is it ground making. Canned corn, another book. Ariadne, that's quite the name. Ariadne's thread. Let's see, be consumption on a path you've already used. That's actually kind of nice. Take all that shit. Refrigerator's got more stuff. Some clean water and some rotten milk. Oh boy. It causes disease. Makes you hydrated. Or actually, cures hydration, but not much. Cures some hunger, but not much. What happens when the power gets cut? Also, just like in Zomboid. But in here, the power's already been cut. It's been pre-cut for us. Thank you, Ogasa. Yeah, that saves me the trouble having to look it up myself. I don't have it in my chat window immediately. There was something up here. I think there was a zombie attacking something. Attacking like a window. Get into some stuff. Some soju and some energy drink. I think this is a Korean developer, a South Korean developer. So that probably explains the like very ready presence of soju everywhere. Maybe not everywhere, but like much more common in a place like Korea than it would be in the United States. Some scrap plastic. Ouch. Doors open already. A little bit scary. Some by a window, also a little bit scary. Gotta chew the milk, that's how you know it's the good stuff. There's something right next to me. Zamboni. We attack. The bone knife. Stab his head off. Was he pissing on his phone? I think it was the toilet flushing. Yeah, I have a lot of questions. I have very few answers, unfortunately. All I can tell you is that it's a cello. That's all I can tell you, and that's about all I can answer. Well, I can tell you this. I can tell you it's a cello that he's playing, and I can tell you I don't think it's a Primus song he's playing. Because at first I legitimately was like, wait, I think I might recognize this Primus song. Got a cardigan, another umbrella, small flashlight. Oh, he's probably got a bidet. That would make more sense. You can sleep on the couch and get, like, some decent sleep quality. That's kind of nice. Got a busted-ass door. Probably leads outside. Oh, yeah. Can't move there, but what I can do is another... Although this would be a nice thing. Although when am I how often am I going to retrace old steps? I think I'm more inclined to keep clicking away at the radio. Since I can't move anyway. Attacking that door and that door. Ooh boy, that's a little scary. One of them is inside the house. I think we have like some pretty decent weapons. There's a lot of bad guys here. This house is pretty hopping. Still kind of inclined to use the shitty weapons, honestly. It's lumber. Smack him in the head. Bonk. Bonk. Get bonked. Get an energy drink on him. I wonder if there's any downside to just drinking energy drinks instead of sleeping. Like a gross normal person. Ew, sleeping like a gross normie? Nah, bro. Just get those energy... Oh, I think I drank the energy drink by accident. I wanted to pick it up and not just instantly garble it. I gargled that shit instantly. Bad guy right there. And I don't know if there was anything heck in this window. Maybe there was. Bonk. A little boop. Another survival skill. Morale decreases per turn goes down. I'm going to do a little bit more combat instinct because we're going to be fighting a lot of stuff in this particular square, so it would seem. Go that way, and the turn, he's probably going to break that window. He's been working on that window for a hot minute. It's got a lot of HP, actually. Things are built for tough. There's something down there. No, what I could do is just open it and then attack whatever's trying to get in. But the reality is that probably when daytime hits, he might not be as aggressive. This wardrobe here. School bag. We have a tote bag. And a Bible. Good for boosting morale. We'll take that. And the tote might actually be equipable. Maybe. Can I equip the cardigan? Yes. So I have sweater, cardigan, denim jacket. All these layers. Keeping me nice and warm and slightly protected, armor-wise. So another shoulder piece. There we go. Sling bag, tote bag, backpack, fanny pack. 3 layers that I'm wearing, gloves. Get nice and toasty in here. Morale is not doing the worstest. It's not doing the bestest either. But we got the soju to help out our morale, so it's fine. We do have canned corn. I wonder if we could use that to make some kind of like veggie dish. Roasted veggies and the like. Okay. And really, this is all kind of a means to an end, so we can start continue meandering towards this restaurant, which will have the good stuff, I think. Blocked road for an unidentified place. I think what I'm kind of wanting to do is just chill. And I will use that as an opportunity to continue working on this thing. Oops, wrong button. Down to 7.8. My turn. Daytime is gonna break. Daytime done did broke. There's a few things on the outside. Oh, a garden. Ooh, I definitely want to get whatever's in that garden. Can I open this door? Yes. Ooh, yeah. Lots of good stuff here. My guy is tired. You know what? Let's go ahead and take a little nappy on the couchy. So I'm going to do a couple more eats of the screwdriver onto the radio. It's not very much, man. It's like very, very slowly but surely. Can I search the couch? Oh, I need more AP for that shit. I'm assuming that when we're here, we get the better sleep quality. And sure enough, sleep quality is happening. Zombie is trying to break down that window, but we're gonna get the energy back so fast. And that window is very strong. It was like energy 9 earlier, which is pretty sweet. Hydration's actually hanging in there pretty good. We got a little bit of extra water earlier. Now, open the door. Boop. Makeshift rain collector has nothing in it. That is really nice. I guess that's the thing too. If you wanted to like hunker down and build like a base, you would eventually need to do stuff like that so you could be able to collect water over time. Oh, I should have checked the couch. We'll do that before we leave. And move on to it before I can get the goods. Green onions, or just regular onions. Harvest. I got onion seeds and 6 onions. Amazing. Water it, but I'm just here for the goods. I'm just here to get the goods. I can also fertilize it. Do I fertilize it by shitting on it? I sure hope so. What do I possibly have as fertilizer? Legitimately not sure. I'm afraid to ask. For fear of what the answer might be. My guy's thirsty. I'll go ahead and drink this. My morale is not that low, so I'm going to hold off on drinking the beer. The soju, rather. Also like that whenever we finish soju, we just remove the label. Becomes an empty glass bottle. I'll hold off. I'll do a couple sippies. It's tied with satiation. Got some corn. Hella corn. Man, we could make quite the feast now. Holy shnikes. We're feeling real good right now. Lettuce and lettuce seeds. Oh, baby. Carrots and carrot seeds. Man, I'm so glad we just happened to kind of notice that was... This is out here. Farming plots is the way to go. Amazing. And it is raining. We do have an umbrella. So I will use one of our... I think we have the one. For whatever reason, this one's already out. Much better condition, too. Can be used as a weapon. Maybe this means it's already being used? Doesn't seem like there's any, like, way to, say, equip or utilize. I'm right-clicking. But yeah, I'll just assume that means my guy's fine. Oh, he actually has it. I see it. There we go. Now we'll eventually collect water. We got a cooking pamphlet for fish and chips. I don't want to stick around and see if we can get some rain out of this thing, but I also realize that time is wasting. Time's a-wasting. I think we've determined that going up would lead here, so we want to go right. And here, and it'd be, I guess, the upper right, if that's an option. Yes. Oh, it doesn't really matter, honestly. The upper right is closer to the dangerous place. So maybe that would be not wise. Maybe the lower right is the safer choice. Let's plan for that then. Return. It's a zombie, but it is giving up the chase. It's fine by me. Takes 13 to get to this location. We're a little bit short. Something I know all too much about. Has collected some water. Got so much good stuff. We can also plant stuff if we wanted to. I think what I'm going to do is continue fiddling with this device. Repairing this thing. It's down to 7.1. Little by little. It was at 10 earlier, so we're chipping away at it very, very slowly. I'm sure it's giving us experience. Oh my god, I don't have enough action points. Health is pretty good. It's based on, I need to increase morale. So that... Yeah, what is very little. I'm gonna get drunk. Plus 16. What is my maximum morale? I think it's got a ways to go. Let's go and drink it. Oh, yeah. Now we're feeling real good. Still don't have the action points now. It's because, yeah, it has to be on the next, like, turn reset. So instead, I could walk all the way across to get a little bit more water. Without, like, you know, wastes somewhat precious time. Water is sufficient. Now I think oh, that was for the plant. The plot for planting things. I think I'll just use this as an opportunity for more of this thing. One button. Very good. And my turn. My guy is drunk, but content. Still not enough. Man. Oh, it's because when you're drunk, there's a lot of the juice. Well, that is a bummer. In that case, I will go inside. That's annoying. I should have looked at that ahead of time, though. Let's see. We are wet, of course, even with the umbrella. Some of that is to be expected. Guess now I have to wait for the drunkenness to ease off. I guess in that case, then, hydration is getting a little bit low. All this guy. Glorp it down. And then let's go ahead and... Oh, we got a raid. That was from Shake. What's up, Shake? We're playing an interesting game. Playing an interesting and challenging game. It's called Terminus Zombie Survivors. It's kind of like a weird mix of Zomboid and if any of you have ever heard of Cataclysm. Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Not quite that same like depth and complexity as Cataclysm, but some of like the turn-based aspects and like the monster movements are a little bit similar. It's definitely an interesting one. We got a review key for it, so we're checking it out. It's tough, but I'm enjoying it so far. But enough about me. Enough about me. Shake was playing some Shogun Showdown. That game looks really good. I've seen it. I've seen it, but I've not played it myself. So you know all about Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Yeah, I've only played it 2 or 3 times. We streamed it. We streamed it 2 or 3 times. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time with it, but it's intimidating. Obviously, it's intimidating, and it's one of those games where, like, by the time you hit hour 20, maybe hour 30, you kind of know the basics. Maybe. That's kind of the tutorial, sort of, almost. It's a tough game. This one's been fun, though, so far. What I want to do is I want to leave this space, but I would like to leave through the bottom right-hand path. Oops. I would like to leave through the bottom right-hand path, because I want to get to this restaurant. But I realize this house is already connected to the dangerous place. The restaurant is also connected to the dangerous place, and that's where a lot of bad guys are going to be. So I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm a nervous Nelly. Throne of Bone, Jupiter Hell, and Shogun Showdown. Solid freaking range of games, man. Jupiter Hell in particular is on my radar for sure. That game looks really cool. And as always, Shank, thank you for that raid. And if you had any clips to share, you know my spiel. I always love to give the spiel. If you had any clips to share, I'm always super down. Also, the shouts to Bonnie in the background. Bonnie the dog. Let's go to webcam mode for a moment. Get the dog. The dog in the background. Look at that doggy. Look at that dog. She knows I'm talking about her. She's like doing her, like digging a little spot. We got some blankies and a pillow back there for her. Great bunny girl. Look at that dog. She's a good girl. That little buddy. She did some really good walkies earlier, by the way. You'll be very proud of her. She did a very good job. She needs some Treatos. The number of, like, snacks she gets and toys to play with. And walkies throughout the day. And opportunities to go in the backyard and look at squirrels. And then she'll hit you with a puppy dog, guys, and be like, I'm so neglected. I never get any snackos. I never get any treats. Like, oh my gosh. This heckin' dog. Oh, the game crashed. Uh-oh. Oh, when you alt-tab, the game can crash. I hope it's saved. I mean, I didn't do any manual saves. Let's just see if it auto-saves. That's a little scary. You know, I'll let... I see the Steam is doing the syncing. There was another game we were playing a week or so ago where if you alt-tabbed, it was, like, guaranteed to crash every time. What was it? What was the game that crashed every time you alt-tabbed? It wasn't Squirrel with the Gun. Squirrel with the Gun held on just fine. It was another one. And the cloud is not syncing. Gosh darn it. Let's give it a moment. Give it a moment. But thank you again, Shake, for that raid. And as always, yeah, if you have any clips you wanted to share from tonight or just in general, I'm super down to relaunch. Relaunch and see how it do. And also see if the game is auto-saving. This strikes me as the kind of auto-saving sort of game. I think we're probably okay. Look at that. Continue. Oh, yeah. Never broke a sweat. Basic game guide. We've already read all this earlier. Basic game guide, yeah. Because, looks like the rain has stopped. Oh, shit. I thought this was open. Rain hath ceased, so I will then... I can get the goods. Can I collect the... Oh, it's dirty water, though. That's a shame. I mean, it's rainwater. It was only sitting out for, like... I don't know. An hour. I guess you'd have to filter it somehow. Well, darn. Okay. The good news is the path... Oh, wait, no, here it's still 13, yeah. The good news is we are drunk, but we're not quite as wet. And we are otherwise content. So I'll begin to move back to where we came from. How are we doing action point wise? 11. Yeah, our action points are dipping considerably. Maybe I just move here. It's hard to get up to 13 action points with this current loadout, unfortunately. Our morale is like pretty good. It's really, really good. Shame we don't have the goods. That's fine. Let's go ahead and one thing we're working towards in this game is the name of the game is Terminus Zombie Survivors. We're trying to reach the Terminus. It's unclear to me if that means like an airport terminal, series of terminals, or a train station, but that's where a lot of survivors are meeting up, and we need to find out where this thing is located. And they say that these radios can be used to get information from the Terminus. So whenever we have like a little bit of action points left and there's no more that we need to do, use that to continue working on this thing. This one was at like a 10, broken status 10. We've got it down to broken 5.1, so we're slowly getting there. Assuming a functioning radio is very, very valuable and highly sought after. Okay, so let's go this way. Now I think it just got to dark time. It is indeed nighttime, which is a little bit scary. I'm gonna activate a flashlight. That I definitely have. I have 2 of these puppies. Use this one. I think it only works for the remainder of the turn, unfortunately, but I can go to this door. No, I can't because I'm too squishy. I can't even move to a single space. So I will, and I'm not even wet anymore. So we'll just go ahead and do another use of this guy. We're down to at exactly 5. So we're kind of near a dangerous place, which means the zombinos are definitely out, and oh boy, we're getting surrounded by them. Oh boy. Oh, now we're... Oh, wait. I was gonna say, are we fully committed? That was a soldier zombie and a regular zombie and something else scary there. I'm going to move past all of them and open this door. Is what I would say because the door is locked. If I can get around having to fight things, I would rather avoid combat if I can help it. There's a very active zombie. Now, it is nighttime. I knew the risks. There's a random feather on the ground. There is a window. Is it open? It is open. And just... Huh. I cannot go through it for some reason. Not sure why. Oh, maybe it's because I didn't have the action points. Maybe that's why. The zombies are... Yep. They're aware of my location. That one's fast. Look at that one go. Holy moly. Holy moly. Now I can go inside and close the window. And cover it as if it's going to help. Cover that one too. Oh, no, I don't want to close it. There we go. Cover that one. Not sure if it helps. That's some thread inside the building. For those. In my turn. We're gonna start attacking the windows. That's a very strong zombie. That's a lot of damage. It's very fast and very strong. And of course, it is nighttime, and nighttime zombies get real scary. Real fucky wucky. These zombies in here, nothing to speak of. Got a table. We have antibiotics, good for healing infections and disease. More canned corn, a fire extinguisher. Can be used as I guess, a bludgeoning weapon. Unless, like, you're using it to, like, squirt the goods into their eyes or something. But I can't see that harming anything, obviously. In my turn. We do have some pretty strong weapons, including a goddamn grenade. So if we really need to, we do have some options. My guy do be hungry and thirsty. Now, some of you might say now is not the time, but I would say now is the best kind of time to consider cooking something. We have carrots, we have onions. I would need to start a fire, obviously, but we can do that. Because we do have a pan. So we have a pan, we can make a campfire. So we can make, it would have to just be all veggies. We don't have any meats, obviously. So don't have cereal, definitely don't have milk. And what you can, yes, let me cook some clean water. Oh, that actually makes sense. You take the dirty water and you use it to make clean water. Oh, I should have went ahead and grabbed it then. That is good to know. A cooked canned meal. I'm guessing canned corn works. Canned meal is not the same as canned corn. Okay, so that wouldn't work. Don't have any rice. Cooked veggies. We have veggies. We could definitely do that. No salt or pepper though, so we can't make it nice, and we can't make it like make it to boost morale with like a bonus. We do have water. We do not have dough, so we it'd be cool to make like dumplings. That'd be kind of neat. We got that recipe fairly recently. So it's probably just gonna be, yeah, it's probably just gonna be like the cooked veggies, which is still fine. Hey. He's jumped out of me. Came out of nowhere. Meat stew, pasta, pie. Yes, oh yes. Who wants a nice lettuce, onion, carrot, corn pie? Delicious. Make ramen. We found ramen a couple times. We could make a salad. Morale bonus of +1. Lettuce and other nice things. Make a breadless sandwich. No soup. Yeah, no tomatoes. Veggie skewers. We don't have any skewers. We could probably make a skewer, though. It's kind of cool. Standard food bonus +20%. Cooked veggies. Probably the cooked veggies is a better option. So let's go ahead and ignite a fire. It's my one match. I'm just gonna light this table on fire. Don't mind me. It's fine. The fire probably won't spread. Probably. It's not like Zombie where fires propagate easily. At least I've not seen that they do. You start a campfire indoors. Nobody asks any questions. Mostly. We actually already have a pretty good morale, so I'm not too worried about the morale bonus. We'll do lettuce. And can I do like other things? That would make it better. It looks like it lasts longer. Here we go, 2.4, and then versus a 2. Now it's 9.6. Okay, so yeah, as you add nice things to it. What if I just do a bunch of lettuce? It's a 9.6. It's essentially the same as a 9.6. Just a bunch of cooked lettuce, and that's it. +12. That's pretty good. Value is very high. I say we cook it. And then I make, what about a 6-onion cooked veggie ratatouille? Just potpourri of cooked onion goodness. Overwhelmingly high. Maybe we do like half. Yeah, 3 and 3. That's good. There we go. 12 action points left. Zombies are breaking down the door. They're trying to crack through our windows and crawl through the other rooms. They're trying to reach us, and I'm over here lighting this desk on fire, using a pan and like feverishly cooking a bunch of carrots and onions. And it's working. It's working just fine. Especially because we have this fire going, we might as well. So I can't do another one of those, unfortunately. We're out of action points. But look how much better our guy is looking. We have all these fresh cooked vegetables. So let's eat the one that is most likely to expire soon, or like become stale sooner. Eat that one. That's all well and good. End our turn. We get more action points back because of it. The fire goes away after one use. Not terribly surprising. There is a refrigerator right here. Oh man, maybe there was meat in here all along. There was bread. We could have made a sandwich. That's unfortunate. Oh, I thought that said 116 onions. I was like, oh my god. Hold on, can we make a sandwich? We have bread now. Oh, I used all the lettuce. We could have made a bread and lettuce sandwich with canned corn and nuts and onions. Weird fucking sandwich. But honestly, who here hasn't, in a state of either, like, poor college student stupor or a drunken stupor, just gone into the fridge and just thrown shit together for a sandwich and just hope for the best? Cooking pamphlet. Army base stew. Map fragment. Oh, look at that, a pot. A pot to piss in. Or for cooking, I guess. So this is a lesson. It's a lesson learned. Make sure to like survey for potential foodstuffs before you like go crazy with cooking stuff, because you never know. You might find something that would be much more worthwhile putting into a meal. That just goes to the outside. Let's close that. The bad guys could have very easily gotten in here sooner had we not noticed that. Some potent medicine, but it causes a headache. But it does restore some health, which is good. Got a jacket and a cardigan. And nothing has tried to break the... Oh, I spoke too soon. I thought I heard a noise, but I don't know if that was like the noise of them breaking through. So I think we're probably okay for the time being. Keep like looking for stuff. More antibiotics, more medicines. That I think also goes outdoors. Yeah, that's still open. Or that's still closed, rather. I forgot to actually check the couch. You can check like under the couch for stuff like medicine and wood glue. It's a very natural place to keep wood glue inside of a couch like that. I guess this is the outside. Yeah, it's gotta be the outside. Yeah, odd to have that, like... There's just like a little segment here that's not filled in. Point for action points. Let's go closer to here, because whatever is attacking this window is about to break through. It is broken. They're beating the shit out of that door as well. We're gonna have to fight something eventually. Let's take this fight first. It's just a regular zombie, something we can handle for sure. So we have like some pretty good weapons. Let's use the crappy weapons just because this guy's pretty easy takedown. More concerned about whatever's fighting the door. There was like some kind of scary zombie that was looking a lot more fearsome. I don't want to go to the dangerous place. I want to go to the restaurants. That'd be over here. We could open this window. Just climb on out. This requires 10 action points. I'm going to use the flashlight real quick. No bad guys in the immediate vicinity. I think we're fine to wait a turn so I can use this path and get the heck out of Dodge. This place is scary. Me and my 3 batches of fresh cooked vegetables. I'm sorry, no, there's 3 of these, so never mind. Me and my 5 batches of fresh cooked vegetables shall take our business elsewhere. I'll use this guy while we're waiting. 4.6, there we go, baby. And my turn. Whoever was attacking... Oh my guy's thirsty. Whoever was attacking that door... We're left wanting. My guy's thirsty, though. I will... Let's get into this one. Big thirst. This will take us to the restaurant. You discovered the restaurant. It is still dark time, though, but the sun is about to rise. Our guy's getting pretty tired, so we'll need to rest pretty soon. There's a helmet zombie. We've seen those guys before. But day has broken, so the bad guys won't be quite as obnoxious. I'm going to take this guy real quick. These guys are simple enough to fight. My lumber. Bonk. Bonk. He had a lighter. He had lighter gas. That's kind of nice for recharging lighters. Sounds nice. There's a fella right there. That is locked. There's a helmet zombie inside. The fight we would not be able to win, and I just noticed our AP. Unfortunately, I cannot get out of the danger zone. I can get into the danger zone. I think I have enough to one-shot him. Either the barbed wire bat or a steel pipe if I really, really wanted to fuck him up. I think the barbed wire bat will do it. What? What do I need? Oh, okay, that takes a little bit more juice. This one takes more juice as well. Heck. They all take more juice. Damn, I guess that's all. I guess it's because my guy's kind of tired. Yeah, so there's no weapons that are... Oh my god, he used the pot as a melee weapon? That's awesome. Yeah, none of them are any faster. Can I still, like, fuck up his legs? Maybe nothing. Fire hydrant? Yeah. What gun? Yeah, I have no bullets. I can shoot him in the head with this thing. Yeah, 1.2 action points. Across the board. Yeah, no bullets. Even this thing. Real fast. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Unfortunate. We just gotta take this fight then. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm wearing... See, is this any better? Encumbrance 2. A little bit heavier. I can't even switch this out. Also costs 1.2 AP. Alright. We have to take a hit, but that's fine. Now we're bleeding. That's a lot of hits. Jesus. A full round. Now it's because it's technically... No, it is daytime. It is daytime. I'm surprised they got so many hits. I guess it depends. I guess it depends on how many action points they have. Because we ended our turn right in front of them. That's probably why. So now I can definitely take his ass out, but we need to cure the bleeding. Pop on the head. He's out of there. He did have some ammunition. That's exciting. So we do have bandage. And we'll use said bandage. We healed the bleeding. Good. It's that simple. Go here. Pick up the goods. All 3 of them. Yeah, almost in a single round. I was like, let's get a little bit scary there. Helmet zombies getting close to the window. It's not even, it's daytime now, so the zombies are supposed to be not quite as scary, but they're still pretty scary. It's open, and I will attack this guy through the thingy. The old 2-tap to fuck him up. And then close this thing. Yeah, another rag on him, of course. And some boxes. I have very low on the APs. My guy's pretty tired, so if I can find a couch to sleep in, that'd be really cool. Sleep on, rather. Beer and soju and 3 or no, not 3, but 1 apple and some nuts. Stove. What's in the stove? Kitchen knife and a pot and a gas lighter and a pan. Goddamn. So much cool stuff. Jesus. I can't take all these with me, man. Okay, I'll take 1 more kitchen knife. That's like a random rotten apple, I think. Yeah, rotten apple. I see it. Out of action points. Zombies are still out there. Is that a helmet zombie? I was hoping we'd find like a chef zombie with a fun little chef hat. Rotten corpse in the corner there. Some tables. Found it's a legally distinct Snickers bar. Compression bandages for healing sprains. Our guy's pretty tired. I think I'm just gonna have him sleep here. In the same room with the rotten corpse. It's fine. Probably. It's probably fine. What's the worst that could happen? Also, those guys are still rummaging about, trying to maybe break in. But they're not quite as aggressive in the daylight hours. Oh, I have to say end turn. We do heal a little bit while we're resting. I was hoping to find a couch. There could still be one, but we're to the point where we might as well. My guy is getting hungry. And it is raining outside. We do have lots of food on me, which is good. About to find even more food, because this is a restaurant. We knew the risks in coming here. I was secretly hoping this would, like, wake me up. Running out of hunger. I should have checked that a little bit more clearly before I went to sleepies. Sunset begins soon, though. The downside was sleeping then. One of those. And then my guy is still hungry. One of these. A lot better. This one. A Snickers bar, another jacket, soju, another apple, a little bit of clean water. What's this guy got? Do I use the work gloves? Yes. A gun. That we don't really need. Some dried meats, a rotten tomato. Ah, shame it's a tomato. We could use that for the fun, like, sauces. The Zombino. We are, I think, outside of his range. You know what? If I just go for the fight, I can fuck him up. Fuck him up, we shall. There we go. Ends my turn. There's still a fella out there, kind of rummaging about. It is nighttime, so we're gonna start being a little bit more aggressive. Let's cover this thing. Let's also cover that one. I have enough points. I should do this first since I'm closer. That. Got beer. We got canned corn, rotten lettuce, and a granola bar. The door is to remain shut because I'm pretty sure that goes right to the outside. Should definitely cover that too. There we go. That's pretty much it as far as stuff to explore here. Got some good food stuff. I was hoping for like maybe a little bit more. But beggars can't be choosers. We did get a lot of cool stuff and several kitchen knives. Oh, I never checked the counter. Oh, they're breaking down the door. Oh no, that's the window. Never mind. And I'm sure it still helps. I'm sure it still helps to cover those things, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna stop them if they really want to get in there. Cooked lobster. I'm sure, like, there's obviously fishing in this game. There's even apparently boating. We saw a book earlier about boating. I think we still have it too. Yeah, Sailing Manual, Volume 2. Techniques of boat handling. So, we know there's cars you can drive, but apparently there's boats as well. We check the map. There's bodies of water. Various bodies of water kind of scattered about. So we got a lot more food now, which is good. Rotten tomato, a couple like various rotten things we don't really care too much about. If I could be convinced to grab anything... Oh, shit. I thought somebody would open the door. If I was convinced to grab anything, I suppose I would grab a few more of the kitchen knives. And by a few more, I mean all of them. And then I would also... See, hold on. There's a couple things. Oh, the jacket thing. That was one thing. And let it be known we're wearing that on top of this denim jacket. So we have the sweater. Under that a cardigan. Or actually, yeah. Sweater. And then under that a cardigan. And that is under a denim jacket. And that is presumed under a regular jacket. And they... Except for the sweater, they all provide some form of defense. Oh, I don't have enough action points to put on my gloves. Oh, we did kill the work gloves earlier. That guy is breaking through. He done broke it, and that guy's coming through too. Let it be known, I do have a gun. We have a gun. We have 3 bullets, I think. So if we wanted to, we could get weird. I'm assuming they all take the same ammunition. Yeah, just used in guns. Doesn't say, like, what kind of gun specifically. So we could get loud and proud if we wanted to. I think I'm more inclined to open this. Attack this guy. With a stick of lumber. This thing's been doing great for just attacking, like, the small little fellas. Close that real quick. I think I know the answer to this question. I'm gonna see what's over here. Alright, I forgot the door's not open. Helmet zombie. And I guess I can attack him through the broken glass. Somehow. Steel pipe might be more fun. I can't imagine the pan would be all that good. The kitchen knife, for that matter. Oh, you can't use the kitchen knife as a weapon. That's a little bit surprising. Oh, wait, no. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. It's just not very effective against the head. More for bodies. Yeah, I say fuck him up with the... Yeah, head attack specifically for the screwdriver. Where's that? Hold on. Where's that other one? The barbed wire. Here we go. The barbed wire bat. Yeah. No bonuses, just in general, but it is almost out. I was hoping that would one-shot him. Unfortunately, not quite. Can't quite one-shot him. There we go. This thing's almost close to breaking, or is close to breaking as well. Okay. So that guy's out. He didn't have anything cool on him, neither did he. He had a stick on him. Hard to get excited about that. Can't move anymore. Oh, but there's a guy right there. Jesus. Several attacks, even though he had to move into my location. I'm bleeding again, but the good news is we have another bandage, so we're fine. Yeah. Oh, he was a zombie runner, that's why. Fast boy. Oh, he's a dead fella. Lumber has finally broken after a long time. He dropped a high-dose adrenaline shot. That makes so much sense. Explains why he was just cruising so well. Gonna use this guy. No more bleeding for us. Got fucked up a little bit there, but we got that shit. At about halfway, might as well. Still got a bit to go until sunrise. Cardigan and sweater have almost been worn out. They were providing some defense. Actually, looks like my sweater did get worn out, so that's why we have another cardigan. There we go. Oh my god, you can actually wear multiple jackets. That's ridiculous. This whole time I assumed you couldn't wear multiple ones. Multiple jackets. After a certain point, you would think that would affect your ability to, like, move your arms. You're gonna look like the little brother in Christmas Story where he, like, can't put his arm down. Gonna, like, impact your ability to, like, do stuff. Manipulate things around you. I probably don't need 2 pots, probably. Probably don't need 2 umbrellas either, for that matter. But the game is, like, pretty forgiving as far as allowing you to carry a lot of stuff with you at a given moment. We are over. No, I say that we are over encumbered, so it is time to start, like, dropping things and making some decisions here. I saw that one of these, it showed there being, it like implied that there was already a shot loaded in one of these. These are high value, so I probably shouldn't drop those just yet. Probably drop things that are heavy with low value. That weight is very low. I mean, that could be useful. We can find some fuel somewhere. Now these are fairly heavy as well. I don't need all these, but they're like of pretty high value, unfortunately. The fire extinguisher, I think I might be more inclined to drop. Well, for one thing, I was just saying I don't need 2 pots. Drop one of those. Probably don't need 2 pans, although it could be used as a weapon. A not bad weapon at that. A lot of kitchen knives. I have acquired a lot of garbage, but I mean, stuff that could be useful. We have a lot of medicine that I haven't really used at all. That's pretty light, obviously. This, I'm not sure we're gonna use. Drop that guy. And for that matter, the stones, too. Well, still pretty over-encumbered. Drop this one umbrella. And this flashlight is busted. Get it out of here. I don't need these, well, although they're fairly light. There's any that are just, like, busted. This one's broken, and it's way too much pain to fix it. Or just 99%. That's actually very, very good. There's some batteries. These are just good to trade with. Any of these that we've already read. I'm just hanging on to. I'm gonna drop the police guidebook. That was kind of heavy, but could be useful. The stick, there's no way that's gonna be useful. We definitely don't need this many of the rags. I'll drop like I'll bet 5 of the rags. Still says over encumbered. Oh, maybe it's less to do with... I think I get it. It's less to do with stuff in our inventory and more to do with we're wearing a bunch of stupid stuff. You can't wear more clothes. You have too much shit on you. I think that's what they're getting at. So that's what that's ultimately getting at. That's not quite as scary then. When I hear over encumbered, I think of Morrowind or Oblivion. Just, you can't move because you're just carrying too much stuff in your inventory, as opposed to wearing too much stuff. Of course, these are all pretty empty. All right. Well, we have a lot of food on us. Let's see what kind of... I'm not going to build a fire just yet. Just want to see what recipes could potentially be done. Because we do have vegetable... We could do vegetable soup. We got some water for that. We do not have canned beans. We do not have... Well, we already have bread, though. We don't need that. Don't have coffee, obviously. We still technically don't have a canned meal. No cooked fish. No meat either. What about other nice things, though? No rice. Definitely cooked veggies, obviously. That's definitely an option. No potatoes, so no corn chowder. We could... Oh, we need flour and salt for dough. Good fish. So a lot of the meat things, not really an option for that, unfortunately. No rice. Yeah, no meaty things at all. Meat skewers. No pasta either. So not really a ton of other options. We could maybe do like a... Yeah, we could do a more zazzed up, sexed up salad. No, we can't. We don't have any lettuce. Just kidding. No lettuce. Damn. I was all excited, man. We could do so much more stuff. Really, all we can do is vegetable soup. Or more like... Or like I said, like a really sexed up salad. Like really, really sexy. Or to get that excited about. Except, no, you can't. Again, no lettuce. God damn it. I really fucked up by cooking all that lettuce earlier. Had I known what I know now, I would have been more responsible. Let's move away. Actually, I guess let's go ahead and cover this thing. Move away from that scary piece of the furniture there. I'm not going to bother going outside to pick up his high-dose adrenaline shot. It does sound kind of useful. I got excited when I first saw it. I thought it was like a spear or something. I think what I'm more inclined to do is continue working on this thing so we can try to find information then about the Terminus that we hear so much about. We got lots of food to kind of outlast this. Clock just struck midnight. Let's kind of mainline this then, see if this we can like let's just like see what happens when you get this knocked all the way down. Oh, the screwdriver's broke. Oh, well, I was not expecting that. I need a screwdriver to fix my screwdriver. Man, we've only seen the one screwdriver. I definitely would have kept others if we would have found them. Damn, that's a shame. Looks like we gotta keep scrounging then. And let's check the map. More police stations, obviously. The first that we found was at the electronics store. We do have the map. That is like the street map here. We do have this thing we can use to like help us identify other points of interest. If there was another electronics store somewhere nearby, that'd be really pretty sweet. Some unidentified location over there, obviously. It's a house over there. Houses could have it, obviously. But electronic stores or like department stores, some kind of place of business is much more likely to have it. Except I need to end my turn. Let's check a few more places. I bet we could kind of find a place to work towards. So a pharmacy and a library. I mean, neither of those seem likely, but they're things to check out. Let's just head towards them. If nothing else, it's just something to twerk towards. We are traveling at nighttime, a little bit dangerous. We, of course, have flashlights. We have a couple of mini flashlights. Not quite as sexy as the big flashlight, or the big flashlights for that matter. Grab the work gloves. Got that guy. It's a rotten apple on the ground. Unidentified place. That is the name of the game. Oh, I need the juice. All right, in that case, I'll... Oh, well, normally I would do the screwdriver thing, but we broke our only screwdriver, and I'm eternally sad about it. Forever. Can't even put on my... Oh, wait, no, I can't put on my gloves, but we're over encumbered. I was wearing 2 jackets like a big dummy. I will remove my dinky little cardigan. I can switch to this guy. And then put my cardigan on. Hey, there we go. The dream is alive. Oh, it's so dumb. And then I suppose if there was any one thing to read, the morale boosting of the Bible doesn't sound horrible, but our morale is actually pretty good. So fish and chips, army base stew. I'm kind of curious about this army base stew. It'd be useful. In fact, I'm so curious. Oh. That's such an odd noise when they attack you. It sounds like our guy's sneezing a little bit. Hold on. Hold that thought. I know I just got attacked, and I know I'm not bleeding, thankfully, but I know that, like, I'm actively in danger. But I'm just gonna finish reading this. It's the equivalent of, like, hold on. Let me finish this chapter, then I'll get back to you. And now we can make army base stew. All right. Again, hold that thought. I want to see what this is. Okay, you need ramen and ham. Huh. I've never heard of this recipe before. Maybe it's like a common thing that's served in the military. I thought it was army-based stew. Like, it was really cool. And you were really cool if you made it. Anyway. No weapon has been selected. I've got a few of them. Just a few weapons. Oh, please just let me beat him in the head with this thing. Bonk! Hell yeah. It's a Korean dish. That would make sense, because it is a Korean developer. That do make sense. It is a church. Not at all what I was expecting. It's Bude Jjigae. I probably mispronounced it, but yes, but that's the idea. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Augusto. Was that a thing you just kind of knew off the top of your head, or was that like a quick Google search? I'll be really impressed if you just, like, got that shit on lock. Easy peasy. There's a baddie. A zombie do be moanins. So we'll relieve him or her of the struggle of being alive. Bam. Didn't know the name, but yeah, knew just in general that it was a Korean dish. That's impressive. It is impressive. We're probably going to find some more Bibles here. And some wood glue and another fire extinguisher, obviously. I think of Bibles, I think wood glue and furniture. Or, well, yes, furniture. But fire extinguishers. The map fragment. We found another map fragment earlier. What does that... I wonder if that's like a thing you can do to enhance your map in some way. Here we go. House 7, Railroad 3, Tunnel, Clothing Store, Restaurant. So you should use them the second you find them. House 9, Gas Station, Research Center, Restaurant, Church, Gun Shop, and Fire Station. Gun Shop and Research Station. Wowzers. Wowzers. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Those map fragments are huge. Way better than having to, like, manually search things out yourself, obviously. And no more electronic stores. Clothing store, I don't think they would have a what's it called? A screwdriver. Fire station, maybe. Research center would have something cool. What if we just kind of stumbled upon the Terminus by accident? That'd be kind of cool. Just by complete happenstance. Let's check him. I mean, if we're really lucky, he might have some goods. I will wear my little knitting gloves. There we go. We got a laser sight you can attach to a gun, which includes pistols. Actually, it is only for pistols. Also got more work gloves, which is nice. And of course, I put my the shitty gloves on, and then also my cardigan, obviously. Got another level. Skillful search. Body strike, leg strike, probably skillful search. Okay, no, I can't move quite that far. We got that recipe. Is there another recipe I kind of want to start cooking towards? Fish and chips, we kind of know what that's going to entail. Cooked lobster. I mean, there's just no way we're going to find lobster. We would have to find, like... maybe if we got to another restaurant, maybe. Or if we got to an ocean? I mean, that's not really a thing you find in, like, ponds. This, I suppose, to be the next thing to kind of slowly be working towards when we have extra points that are just going to waste. We want to just waste these extra points when we got them. Daylight has a broketh. Something on the ground. There's that a rifle suppressor. I was gonna see a harmonica. But you know, all the rifle suppressors that you typically find in churches. This game takes place in Texas. No, it takes place in Korea because it's a Korean developer, but same thing. One man's Korea is another man's Texas. Not enough AP to move. Oh, you have to move around it, I see. And check all the pews. It's gonna sound like a shooting game with all the pews you're gonna be doing. Hilarious. Read 2 of those puppies. And my turn, my guy's getting thirsty. And getting kind of hungry, too. I would say we would start chipping away more at these. Each. Double each. That, of course, did help our hydration a little bit as well. We're doing a lot of searches. Antidepressants and medicine. I mean, a little bit weird. A little bit weird, but not that weird. Nothing useful. I imagine a lot of these are going to be not horribly useful, if I had to guess. A little mini flashlight. It's like a pretty large time sink. Checking all the pews, but I'll feel really silly if there was something really useful that I would have passed by otherwise. See that guy? I did drop my slingshot earlier. It'd be kind of cool to try out ranged combat. This is from Zombie 4. Can I... Hold on. I'm curious. Okay, so the fire extinguisher is a ranged attack. Does it tell me how much fire extinguisher juice is in there? Condition. But it's more condition loss. Unless we're throwing the fire extinguisher at him, which would be very funny. Just kind of want to see. Condition 63, 53. Let's do the crappier one. Oh, it's too far. Okay. Oh, these do still show up. Oh, okay. I was going to say, what? Then why is it still selectable? That's why. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was hopeful. So sue me. It's going to move back and forth. Work gloves is almost worn out. I guess we're still wearing out the work gloves, even though we're not like actively doing a whole lot of stuff with them. We are searching though, and of course that does help speed the search up a little bit. The street map. I guess I don't know if there's much benefit to having multiple street maps, but sure. Improvised attack when attacking with tools. That's actually kind of cool. We do find ourselves attacking with tools on a pretty regular basis. Guys getting thirsty again. We're gonna start climbing through the windows pretty soon here, most likely. Some water. And then a couple other sips. We're gonna need to put our guy down for a nap in a little bit here. Survival cooking. That actually would be useful. Legitimately useful. Useful there. If I walked to here, it'd cost me 5 action points. That'd be enough. Able to drop his ass. Prepare for your ass to be dropped. Stab with the pliers. I mean, he takes very little damage to kill. You could beat him to death with an umbrella. Except it loses a lot of condition, unfortunately. You hate to say it, but the fire extinguisher is probably like not quite as useful. He had 2 bullets on him. You checked half of these puppies. Coming through the glass, through the window. More or less as expected. I'll wait for him to come to... Actually, no, I shouldn't. I should bring the party to him. So if I wait for him to come to me, it's going to be a bad time for me, and me specifically. Bonk. An extra action point. It's so bizarre, the idea of being like, man, I can't walk any further. Hold on, let me take this book out, read a single page, because taking another 5 feet step, or like, I don't know, yeah, 5 foot step, whatever, however these squares are organized, is very silly to me. Actually, it's not even 1 page, it's 5 pages. We're speed reading 5 pages at a time every time we do a click on one of those books. Oh, but it's so much energy to take a few steps forward. Oh gosh, I can't do it, bro. I can't fucking do it. I understand why it works that way. I understand because movement, of course, should take energy. It's just very ridiculous to me that I'm able to, though, like, take a moment, take like a 5 foot, like I don't know, some number of seconds to read a couple pages, 5 pages of a book. And it's not even like a, I don't know, like a picture book or something. We're reading something that is teaching us a new skill. So presumably that's like requires quite a bit of concentration. You would think. But I guess it's a casual enough thing. Maybe the idea is we're moving and reading. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's like how the game would call it. We have some tape. Doesn't specifically say duct tape, but it is tape. Not a thing I expect to see in a church pew, but I'm happy to see it. Unexpected, but grateful to see it. The Bible. I don't know if we need another one of those. In fact, I'm kind of surprised it took us this long to find one of those. I thought we would have seen several of them by now. Literally the first one we've seen so far. Well, in this church. Say it louder for those in the back. Apparently the back pews are the ones that have the Bibles. And a crafting recipe book. Wooden arrow, lockpick, and machete spear. That sounds dope. Like all that. And that leads outside. There's a zombie right there. Just kidding. Oh boy, and we're committed now. That guy's gonna... Actually, the zombies can't open doors, but they can break them down. How much health does the door have? It has 10. It'll probably survive the initial onslaught. Just wondering how you, like, equip a laser sight. I want to attach it to one of these things. There we go. Attach it to that one, I guess. I want to put on the revolver. That just sounds so cool, but it makes more sense that the... That's more of like a modern pistol kind of deal. This crafting book actually sounds way useful. Better cooking results. Damage with tools, yeah. It's one of the following recipes. So wooden arrow was first, then lockpick, then machete spear. Oh, that would take a while to get to then, wouldn't it? Probably the survival cooking then. That's a long book, 332 pages. Man, 1% per tick. That's gonna take a billion years. It's raining again. Oh, that just leads outside. Okay, so we've explored the extent of the church then. Well, it's about this, friends. It's getting pretty late. This was an interesting little experiment in trying this game. I don't know if I'm gonna really... I'd be curious to maybe try it a little bit more on my own. Just to kind of, like, get a better handle on the game in general. I think we've kind of gotten the general gist of it. For our, our very first run ever, which is pretty cool. It's not quite as, like, you're guaranteed to get fucked up like it is with Zomboid. With Zomboid, they say at the very beginning of whenever you start a new character, this is how you died. Your character is not meant to beat the game. Whereas this, we have what I'm presuming is a win condition. I don't know if you get to the Terminus and then you're good. I don't know if that's all there is or what, but you at least have a thing to work towards, and we've seen like very specific ways to work towards our goals. Like if we can get if we can either find a working radio or repair an existing radio, we can get little information nuggets that can nudge us towards the direction of where the terminus is located. I mean, looking at it on the map here, I mean, there's so many like congested areas, like maybe the residential, maybe they're commercial, hard to say, but there's like congested areas up north. We obviously learned a whole bunch of stuff, locations rather, about like a blob of stuff up here and over here. Oh, and look at that! I should have looked at that sooner. A railroad that is not in operation, but it's connected by the terminus. So maybe if we get to that railroad, maybe I should have gone there first. So maybe that's like our next destination. But I think that is going to wrap it up for now. For the time being, I have to get up early because tomorrow is Thursday. Thursday is when I go in the office. I had a nice week off last week, but of course I am back to work this week. So it was a nice week off. I wish every week was a week off, but it was a nice time, and I have to like adhere to a more normie schedule now, unfortunately. This is fun. Terminus Zombie Survivors. It's not quite what I expected. I wasn't expecting it to be. Oh, I guess we didn't rank up our guy at all, or we leveled him up a little bit, I guess. Oh, it's when you knock out achievements. Listen to the radio broadcast. When you die, if you survive. Okay, that's kind of cool. To unlock other classes, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of cool. No, I don't know. I guess I didn't know what I expected with this game, but I wasn't expecting it to be turn-based to the point where it would remind me so much of Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. But it's a nice middle ground between this and Cataclysm. Kind of like a sidestep away from Zomboid, but yeah, very similar kind of deals here. Oh man, is that an errand raid? It's an errand raid right as we're wrapping up. Oh no, right as we're wrapping up. Oh man, unfortunately, no, I really should be heading off. That's such a bummer. It's always so nice getting to hear from Aaron. And Joe with the resub. Ah, that's so nice. That's so nice. Thank you guys. Joe's your butthole. I'm just gonna assume that that's a reference to the all gas no brakes guy. We got tired of seeing boobs, so we started asking for some butthole. Yeah, we're all going too late. We're all going way too late. I think I could like play really quickly. I mean, I could like do another round or two of this. If nothing else, I'll just say that this game has been very interesting. So we'll just kind of give it like a brief overview of this game because it's pretty cool. It's a zombie survival kind of roguelike. You might have heard me kind of as you guys are rating in that it's very similar to something like Zomboid, Project Zomboid, but also a little bit of Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. It is very turn-based and very action point based. So it's got some of that like kind of Fallout, like old school Fallout vibes as well. So much of the game is focused on exploring the map and trying to uncover new areas. And you find map fragments to tell you where things are. And the thing you're working towards is called the Terminus, the titular Terminus, if you will. And because it implies that that's where like the survivors are gathering. So if you get to the Terminus, I don't know if it's when you beat the game, but it implies that that's where, yeah, that's like where you want to be going for sure. So we found a couple map fragments. We fought a bunch of zombies. We got some cool stuff. Got a whole bunch of food. We have a wide selection of kitchen knives, some guns, and 5 whole bullets for all of them. A single frag grenade. We're trying to fix one of these radios because if you can fix a radio, you can and charge it with a battery, you can like get little food, what do I call it? Little information nuggets on where the terminus might be located. Whole bunch of flashlights. Unfortunately, no flashlights. As disappointed as you are. I learned that you can just wear any number of things and the game will just let you fucking do it, but there is a limit on how much you can be encumbered by wearing things. So in this case, I'm wearing 1 cardigan, a denim jacket, 2 regular jackets. I was saying how we feel like we're the little brother in Christmas Story where he can't like fucking put his arms down because he's like wearing too many layers of shit. But you do get punished for it. Well, maybe not punished, but you do get over encumbered. And that's how encumbrance is calculated, is by things you're wearing. Otherwise, your movement is based on how much you're wearing as well. Or how much you're holding, that is. Got a bunch of books we're like working on reading. A bunch of crafting materials, that kind of thing. So we got a lot of the Zomboid aspects as well. There's cooking, there's crafting, all the kinds of things you'd expect. Lots of makeshift stuff you can kind of slap together for good measure. And also things you can cook. I really appreciate that when you... I'm not going to do it right now, but when it's time to build a campfire, you just click campfire and you just build it wherever you are. You don't have to be outdoors. You can build it indoors and the fire does not propagate, which is nice. So it's a pretty cool little game. We got a review key for this game through Keymailer, and tonight was just checking it out. So this was fun. It's a good game. Because Gratz and Jet rated as well. Yeah. And that kids will absolutely say it counts. It absolutely counts. The Circle of Life. And also, yeah, this was an El Gaso name suggestion. He said, call him Little Squirt. When we were making a character, I said, all right, bet, baby. Let's fucking do it. No, it's a fun little game. I do like it. It's tough, but not like quite as dick slapping as Zomboid. Zomboid's like, they give you the real ball twist every single time. And we were saying at the intro, in the intro of Zomboid, whenever you make a new character, the intro of Zomboid, they always say, this is how your character died. So you're never expected, I don't really even know if you can beat Zomboid necessarily. Maybe you can, I don't know. I remember playing the game when Zomboid first came out, back in like 2011. I played Zomboid with a bunch of my friends. We all bought it when it was early access. And at one point we found like a pretty sustainable way to have like an ecosystem where we collected rainwater, water the crops, defend against the zombie hordes. Like we were actually holding strong pretty well. And the developer made an update basically saying, we've heard reports that players are like surviving, and that's not allowed. You're not allowed to, this is not that kind of game. This is not the kind of game where you can like survive and thrive and be okay. The kind of game where you should always be miserable and dying. So yeah, so that's no longer the case in that game. But at least with this game, there's like a tangible end goal, and we've already seen ways to kind of start to reach that goal, which is pretty cool. So it's a cool little game. Like some of you might have heard me say earlier, I think we're probably, I don't know if I'm going to stream it in the immediate future. I think it might be early access. Is it early access? No, it is not. It was early access. It just had its 1.0 release a few weeks ago. And that's why it's, it's on sale right now. I'm a dirty liar. It's not on sale. It was on sale. That's why a lot of these review key sites are like kind of pushing it as a game that is worth applying for a review key, that kind of thing. Keymailer and Lorkit, those kind of things. Our guy's older brother is Big Bustin'. That'd be if this character died. His big brother would take over for sure. Aaron, thank you, buddy. Thank you for that raid. You'll be happy to know I was lurking on some Paper Mario earlier.